countdown on. My bad. No countdown today.
Oh shit! Are we just on?
I forgot. I just hit the go live button.
Ooh. Well, what's up and what's going on, fellow fanatics and everybody that is already in and watching and hanging out and all that good shit. Marcus will be in. He is running a little late. It's trick-or-treating time, Halloween. Happy Halloween to everybody. He's finishing up candy and stuff with his son. So daddy duties. So he's going to be in after.
I feel like there's something else we need to address.
Oh, my...
the Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, my costume. I am a huge Halloween fan. It's my favorite holiday. Unfortunately, I did not get to dress up this year. So that's very sad. I will show you, though, if Chill wants to put this in his... I'll show you the year that I went as the Joker.
Oh, the Diddy year?
No.
Did you outdo Diddy when he was going around? Happy Halloween. It's love.
I did do the dance that he did in the movie. Not that Diddy did. I'm talking about Joaquin. If you can, pull that link that I just put in your Twitter.
Okay.
Actually, I could have done it, I guess, myself too.
You're private. I don't follow you on.
That's
on
fine.
Bet Nobody Has This username. I heard you say exactly why you changed your Instagram name is Bet Nobody Has This username because you tried something and it was used and you're like, I got it.
Yeah, and I was like, well, Bet Nobody Has This username.
Hello to Brother Stark. Hello to J Dub who says, I watched your video talking about MJ biopic back when it was announced. You played a few Jafar clips. He's gonna nail it.
Hell yeah, he is. I'm very excited for that. This is when I went as Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. I, again, love Halloween and did not get to dress up this year, so I was not happy. So this is all I could do. This is from a previous costume from like years ago. So this is just all I could do. And I only put this on just because it's like Agatha just ended. So, yeah.
You got a professional photographer to do this for you?
No. This is my cousin.
Lounge around over here?
This is my cousin. My cousin is a wizard with the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He is pretty good.
Because it's not just the lighting, it's also the set. Oh, who thought of that?
He did. He's good, bro. I'm telling you. He's good. He is good. Yeah.
You got some creative people in Norman, Oklahoma.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I really enjoyed that one. But I did not get to dress up this year, so
no.
Doom on me.
I think I saw, who did I see dressed up as Robin? I forget who it was, but there was a lot of celebrities who dressed up today, as you would imagine. Lori Harvey? Did you see the Lori Harvey one?
I didn't see Lori's. What was hers?
She did Kill Bill.
Oh, that was the Kill Bill one. Yeah, hers was good.
Yeah.
Some ones that I didn't care for was, and typically I really do care for theirs, is what's her name? Fuck, it's a K. Kylie. Kendall, Kylie, Courtney, Chloe, all of them. Kylie, her Halloween costume where she was doing the cover Demi Moore that she did, where Demi Moore was naked. And I'm like, is this really a Halloween costume, or is this just like more so I'm just taking the picture that Demi Moore took, because it's not a Halloween. Like, how do you go out in that? Like, you know what I'm saying? How do you go out as that? Demi Moore is naked in that.
It's like what Halle Bailey did yesterday when she was Halle Berry.
Yeah.
It's probably one of these. Let me go to her account. You'll see it. Halle Bailey. Oh, they don't tag her? Give it a second. It'll pop up. Give it a second. Not this bikini, but it was the bikini.
No, it was that one right there. Go up right there where she did. Oh, she did her from all of them? Or
I think that's just in the middle. I think that's Tyler dressed up as Halle Berry.
Oh, nice, because that's from the Flintstones. That's from Catwoman.
That's Coi Leray dressed up as Catwoman.
Oh, nice.
They went all out. Live chat. Are there any celebrities that we're missing on? Because I know it's Halloween, and I know that a whole bunch of them did it. You know who did do it? Anthony. What's his name from the Minnesota? Not Carl Anthony Towns. The other Anthony.
That's who I was about to say. Anthony Edwards.
Him. He had a Halloween costume. I might have bookmarked it on Twitter. Give me a second. It might just take me a second. But he was as a Disney character, a superhero. Guess which one?
A superhero?
Yeah. You won't guess.
Black
You'll never.
superhero?
Nope.
I don't know. Incredible.
Yeah, he was Mr. Incredible.
Bro, I promise you, if I had celebrity money, no one would beat me in Halloween. The shit I would do, I'd go so crazy with Halloween. It's the best holiday.
I remember when Damian Lillard dressed up like Stone Cold Steve Austin to a game.
Oh, I remember that one. I do remember that one. Did you see Janelle Monáe's this year? She's dressed up as E.T.
I was gonna say, was she an areola? Janelle Monáe?
She was E.T. like the full on thing though. Like you wouldn't even know Janelle was in there.
Here's the Wolves president, Tim Connolly. I don't know how I feel about that one, but he's Anthony Edwards for Halloween.
No.
You know? Let me find Janelle Monáe's outfit. We got a super chat. You got a super chat.
Here to pay some early tithes and offering. Hey, we appreciate that. Thank you so much, JW. Appreciate it.
I'm sharing this also on my channel as well as Planet Fanatics, but every Thursday we do this couple of hours, chit chat about the news of the week, and then we go home. How you spell Janelle? 2 L's?
I think.
I should have just wrote E.T. and then.
One of the best though was Meg by Starfire. Meg kills it every year because she's into anime and all that.
She did Teen Titans Starfire?
Hell yeah. And James Gunn replied to it on Twitter. People were like, oh, this confirms Starfire is definitely going to be black in the DCU and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, she better be one. But I don't know if it really confirms. She's black. Starfire's black. She's basically black.
All right. Orange is a hue.
She's black.
Is a hue. I don't
She's a
want
sister.
to waste that casting and all of that. You know, the rare representation that exists to get a face painted character. So I'm going Indian, like she was in the show, as she's supposed to be. I believe that's part of her work.
In that Teen Titans show?
She was an Indian? What was she?
The live action Teen Titans show?
Nah.
Oh, I was about to say, no, they made her a sister.
I can't find this Janelle Monáe. Because I can't spell Janelle Monáe. That's her parents' fault for making it so hard.
Janelle. Let me see if I like that shit. Let me see.
Oh. There's a video.
Of her as the ET or of her doing the Michael Jackson thing? Oh, as ET. Like, how is she in that? Like, is she not that tall?
She don't walk, she don't dance, she just float. Yeah. Janelle Monáe in a happy place, she float. Hey, Janelle Monáe in a happy place, she float.
How is she in that?
Janelle Monáe in a happy place, she float.
She might be on her knees, rolling.
Okay, but look at this picture. Hold on. Should I share it or should I tag you?
No, share it. It's quicker. Agatha all along, final grade B-. I hate to start it out like this, but each day goes by, my heart breaks for T'Challa. I messed up and watched some Wakanda Forever trailer reaction videos, and I was in tears. All right. Back to this. She dressed up as E.T. for Halloween.
That's what I'm saying. How is she in it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't believe everything on the internet, and she's not in that costume at all.
You don't think so? Whereas I'm trying to find this dude went as I don't know. He's not a celebrity. I just thought that was
Oh, the
clever.
Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yeah.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah. Jorgen Bond Strangle.
Yeah. Not her having security. When you're a celebrity, you got to.
Damn, did I not? I must have just. I think I just retweeted it. And if Janelle, or not Janelle, but Starfire. Yeah, she killed this.
Wow.
Absolutely killed this shit.
She planned this.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
That's how
no,
it's done.
shit is dope. That is fucking dope.
What did Jonathan
loved it.
Majors and what's her name do? Megan.
Did they do anything?
Yeah, they better do something. Get that publicity.
I don't think they did anything.
Nope, nothing.
Yeah. I don't think they did. But that was it was I liked hers. I think Meg's was probably one of my favorites. I really like Vanessa Bryant's. I typically like Kim's. She was an alligator. It was okay. I liked the one she did with her family where she was Betty and the Flintstones, and that one was pretty cool. Brent Brockman did the Inside Out crew emotions with his family. That was pretty cool.
I saw Malika Andrews do the emotions for anxiety. Oh yeah, the Bryant family. I got it right there.
Yes. They did theirs. Yeah, pretty dope costumes today. Pretty dope ones.
I probably should have had these all bookmarked. There, I found it. Malika Andrews. Solid.
No, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know what else she posts on her oh, was Mr. Clean with Richard Jefferson?
I'm not a big Richard Jefferson fan, but funny.
Well, what did he do now? Okay, every time he says something like this, he's got some NBA story about what happened in the AAU game.
No. Nothing like that. Richard Jefferson is just, he's funny. As a commentator and as a player, I didn't really care for Richard Jefferson either. Somebody Storm?
Yes, that's I forget her name. She got a long name though. Her name is Chini, the Nigerian woman.
I see. Oh, okay. See, if I had, like, again, celebrity money, I would have videos like that too. But mine would be like straight out, like, damn, did they film a movie? Like, he did all this just for Halloween? Yeah, just for Halloween.
You'd have a VFX budget and everything.
Hell yeah.
You see how he's playing a white character, like Richard Jefferson, I mean, and everyone's just okay with it. There was a Black Panther. I'll show you what Reginald Hudlin posted and said.
I think I saw this.
You did, right? So, is it worth bringing up?
You can bring it up. Yeah, I think I saw this.
What this guy did was he quote tweeted an Abbott Elementary scene, and I like what he had to say. He was like, "Look, the elementary school that I was at had many kids dressed up as Black Panther, and there was nothing to it." I like that though. I think that's the point. Like, we want everybody to be dressing up like Black Panther. We shouldn't be making that joke. I'm looking for it and I cannot find it. This man tweets a whole lot. Holy smokes.
I think I liked it.
You might find it faster than I do.
I think I did like it. Did you see, too, since we're just kind of still talking about just random things right now, the Wayans brothers are back together for Scary Movie 6. Bro, I can't wait for that. One of my favorite scenes in Scary Movie is the movie theater scene with where she's like, "It's so scary shit." They said, "Can you please shut up?"
It's like DJ Vlad gave him this, and everyone, everyone's pretty anti DJ Vlad. So when they see that when they heard everything and he went on Club Shay Shay and he talked ill about him, everyone felt very, let's support the Wayans brother. Studios, they were like, you know what? Yeah, we'll give this guy what he's asking for. We'll pay and we'll get another one. We probably might get another White Chicks also.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
That would be dope. It's one of my favorites of theirs. White Chicks is so fucking funny, bro. I love the Wayans brothers.
Recast T'Challa. Chill, you should dress up as Kevin Feige for Halloween. I did that the last week, didn't I? 2 weeks ago I did it. Oh, but this kid over here dressing up as him for Halloween, that was the thing. Because in this Abbott Elementary scene.
Oh, the Black Panther. Oh.
Wakanda forever.
Maybe.
I get it. It is funny. He changed his voice. He said it all weird.
Black Panther. Oh.
Wakanda forever.
Maybe just Wakanda for the day.
Even though it's a funny joke, it's still not right. The message should be, wow, this is awesome that everybody is dressing up as Black Panther, just like everyone dresses up like Superman. And it's great that he got on that tier. That's what we should all be celebrating. And Hudlin wrote, and this guy wrote the Black Panther comic in 2005. When I wrote Black Panther, I created Shuri so both my son and daughter could dress as the character for Halloween. After the movie debuted, a third of the kids at their elementary school of all races came as Black Panther or Shuri. And that little post under, it was just on it. Him. This guy said, "It seems like it worked to me. T'Challa is one of my favorite Marvel characters. Here's my son, who's named after Nightwing, sporting his Black Panther mask from years back." That's what I'm talking about. And that's what makes them so afraid, right, Darius? Darius has a video about this one. It's got like a lot of views where you were just like raging about how they're afraid that little white boys want to depict themselves that way. That's you, right? Is it, or maybe it's somebody else?
Probably. I've said that before. That's one of the main things that I use that they are afraid of. Little white kids dressing up as Black Panther. They're afraid of T'Challa becoming a household name with Peter, Tony, Steve, and the rest of them. They don't want that rhetoric to be, oh, kids are dressing up as the Black Panther. And again, I've said this before too. It's echoing what Chad has said. You see it in basketball, you see it in football. White kids want to be athletes. You don't see it in this medium with superheroes, but you see it with T'Challa because T'Challa is different. T'Challa, I need you to fucking move away from my
His dog is named T'Challa. For anyone not understanding what just happened there. Tell Timmy to take the mask off. Reparations. Not funny, Raymond. I'm not doing that. That show is funny. Maybe just Wakanda for the day. You guys seem to like the joke too much. There we go. Thank you, Bird. Of the Halloweens I've celebrated when I was a kid, I went like 10 times as Spider-Man. Oh, you were Miles Morales? I'm kidding. LOL at Tyrone.
I didn't see it.
Oh. Okay.
Oh. No. Not Tyrone. Yeah. Let me see. What did Bird say at the bottom? Yeah, T'Challa is the standard. For sure. No, talking to this dumbass. And I love him. I do. But I promise you, I should have named him something different. T'Challa just doesn't fit him. He's not a T'Challa.
He's a Killmonger? What is he?
I don't even know if he's a Killmonger. Like I love my dog. I do. I have two. You guys never see Capone because Capone minds his fucking business. But I love T'Challa very much. But there are times I got T'Challa when I was going through some shit and I wanted a puppy. And again, we do love him. But if we could go back to that day and say, well, do we really you really need him. Probably wouldn't get him, but I do love him. I do, and he's up my ass 24/7. Like he cannot. If I move right, he moves right. If I move left, that's why he like literally right. Y'all can't see him. He's under my chair. His head. He's under my feet right now. That's why he's always hitting my camera.
Yeah,
it's annoying, but I love him. But he's annoying.
He's a Saiyan. That's the uncle, isn't it? T'Challa's uncle. He's T'Challa Jr. We don't recognize that fictional abomination. Let's go. We're 21 minutes in. Thanks everyone for coming here, Pantheon. Let's talk with Agatha. Let's take Halloween theme. Agatha All Along's finale came and went. I watched maybe 6 of the episodes, and when I say watched, I kind of skimmed through it all. I'm not caught up. I don't feel like I've lost anything. But from what I'm hearing, this is the Wiccan origin story show.
I said the same thing last night, more than anything with Agatha. But I've been saying this every time we talk about Agatha. What have I said? I'm not here for Agatha. I'm here for the Wiccan stuff. And that's what I was here for. Don't get me wrong. The Agatha stuff has been cool. It's been dope. It's been entertaining. The whole reveal in episode 8 that, the Witch's Road was never a real thing. It was something that the powerful, very, very powerful Wiccan conjured himself because he can warp reality just like his mother and, things like that. So that was dope and everything that we saw in episode 8.
What?
It was dope. I thought it was dope.
Everything was fake and it didn't really exist.
I liked it.
Why did we spend all of this time in a fake imaginary world where no ramifications
Because none of this, as I've been trying to tell y'all from the beginning, is about Agatha. We are on our way to Children's Crusade. Fuck Agatha.
I don't care about. Has the Young Avengers comic called Children's Crusade?
That does not need to be advertised. If you watch the finale and they said, "Let's go find Tommy." Again, let me kind of just break this down too, rumor wise. So nothing is grain of salt, nothing's official from Marvel Studios. So let me just break this part down. We know that from leaks and rumors from My Time to Shine Hello, Daniel RPK, Alex over the Cosmic Circus, and the rest of them, that Wanda is not dead. Wanda is obviously supposed to continue on in the MCU. They have big plans for Wanda, the Scarlet Witch movie that's supposed to be coming during the Mutant Saga, and etc. With Wanda not being dead, the latest rumor is that she is going to show up again in Latveria, and she is going to be married or supposed to be engaged to Doctor Doom. Where do we see that story play out in comics? Children's Crusade. When Wanda goes missing after House of M, she goes to Doctor Doom to try to undo the events that she did in House of M by tapping into the Life Force or the Enigma Force. And her and Doctor Doom try to undo what she did. What we are currently hearing from Daniel RPK is that in Spider-Man 4, which is rumoredly titled Brand New Day, which kind of goes with the newest rumor that we've heard about it too, is that Doctor Doom, RDJ, is going to be going to Spider-Man. Now, obviously, we know their connection is supposed to be really big within Doomsday and everything else. Going to go to Spider-Man and offer him the life that he could have had. I will undo everything I will undo with magic, everything that happened with Doctor Strange. I'm going to undo it. No one's going to remember that shit. You're going to have your friends. You're going to have your aunt. You're going to have your girlfriend. I'm going to put you in a reality where all this can happen. And of course, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, being the naive Peter he is going to take that bait. Do I completely like that story because it's just him being stupid like he was in No Way Home? It's like, oh, I didn't learn from No Way Home. But then again, you have the pool of the emotion of him wanting his aunt, his girlfriend, his friends back, whatever. So if that's happening, and we know that he's going to be going to Spider-Man for that reason. With Wanda in Children's Crusade went to him to undo what she messed up. She's probably wanting to undo the events of Multiverse of Madness, undo the events of WandaVision, so she's not looked at as this unredeemable villain. So all the signs are pointed to Children's Crusade. We are going after Tommy. We just heard Ms. Marvel say at the end of the Marvels, I think Ant-Man's got a daughter while talking to Kate Bishop.
Yeah,
bro, Children's Crusade is on the way. It is the thing that they built to with Agatha. Agatha was not about Agatha. It just wasn't. Sure, Nicholas Scratch, Mephisto got mentioned. It was not about Agatha.
Mephisto got mentioned in the show. Wiccan was on the show, but it wasn't about Agatha all along. That's not going to make me want to complete this show because all of this setup that they're doing, you really could explain in one little sentence.
I wouldn't.
At the next
I wouldn't advise anybody to, unless you really are just like you want to have fun with the Agatha show. You want to see some Disney-fied magic, sure. go. But if you want to get to the meat and crust of where we're going with Wiccan, where we're going with Wanda, you can tune into like episodes 8. You can tune into that episode where Wiccan, where Billy showed his powers on the road. But anything before that, I wouldn't say it's important or anything like that.
Why don't you why do you have that standard? Like, you're okay with it not be, and you're calling this a good show. If Star Wars would have done something like this, if you're watching The Mandalorian, if that first season did stuff like this, we there wouldn't have a second season. No one would have cared. We would all checked out.
I'm like this with that. I'm like this with Ahsoka. I don't like Ahsoka. I like where Ahsoka's taking us. It's supposed to be taking us to Heir to the Empire. Heir to the Empire is what I've been preaching about way before Ahsoka even. Before it was even, before we even got a trailer, when we were getting the rumors for Ahsoka, I was like, oh God, they are actually doing Heir to the Empire. I was like, fuck the Ahsoka stuff. It's cool. Yeah, sure. I mean, I've even said in recent streams, I've gone back and rewatched Ahsoka. I can't give you like a really positive review on Ahsoka. Mm-hmm. It's fine, but it gets me to where I want to go. And I think the reason I'm okay with this standard with Marvel is because Marvel themselves have done this to me. I was excited for things once upon a time, but now I'm going into every project. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't.
I think Hawkeye broke me. Hawkeye got me to where you are.
Yeah, Phase 4 broke me. I mean, people were in our comments saying, why are you praising She-Hulk? I was trying. I was on the side of, I don't care anymore. That's why I'm this way. I did not, like Agatha, I give it a 7 out of 10. Without Wiccan, I don't know that I even conversate about Agatha.
Andrew says she'll be part of could be part of Midnight Suns. If she appears again, they want to put her somewhere. Yeah, because, we need a woman for the ensemble cast. Check. Ironheart could play into leading.
She'll definitely be a part of that team, but...
Hey, Ironheart had her trailer come out. There was like 4. Are we done with Agatha all along, or is there something more you want to say?
No, I'm just waiting for let's go find Tommy.
That does sound interesting.
One thing that we did too learn, and again, not really, I won't say we learned about Billy, because Billy is stupid powerful in Marvel Comics too, but it's like different than Marvel Comics is he in the MCU, he has the ability to obviously not die from what Death was saying, because if he does die, he's just going to reincarnate himself again. And that's what Death was saying to Agatha last night. I can't kill him. He has to offer himself to me. And I can't let him go on because he's an abomination. He is going to try because he can. And that's what Death was saying last night. He has the ability to take his brother's soul, no matter where it is, and put it into any body he wants to. And if something was to happen to Tommy's body, he could literally, if he wanted to, just take his soul and put it in another body. Mm-hmm. That's how powerful Wiccan is. Now, he can't do that shit in Marvel Comics, but in the MCU, he can.
One day he's going to be in front of a task, and I'm going to say, why isn't he using that power?
To take someone's soul?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I liked it. I like the parallels too with Wanda that they did with him leaving Westview, when she left Westview in WandaVision. The relationship between him and Agatha is akin to the relationship between Agatha and Wanda in the comics. They just switched it around to where Agatha is going to be more Billy's mentor. I'm excited. I'm excited for where we are going. I really am. Again, it's not anything with the extra stuff outside of it, but it's just more so Wanda, Children's Crusade, Doom. I'm sure probably in Avengers 5, finding Wanda might even be the subplot of the film. Uh-huh. If you might even have a deal where you've got Billy, Tommy, and the Young Avengers looking for Wanda while you've got everything else going on with Doom and the actual Avengers. Because Wanda plays a huge role in that. She's going to play a huge role in what's going on in the future of the MCU and with Doctor Doom. So I'm excited. I'm a huge Wanda fan. Ready for that.
Go ahead. Be excited. I won't be. And Evan Peters coming back, the cameo of Ralph Bohner, didn't do nothing for me.
Nothing for me either. Again, not here for Ralph, not here for Agatha, not here for Catherine Hahn. I am here for Wanda in the Children's Crusade. Nothing else.
Did y'all see where Ali is voicing Blade in the next What If? I'm assuming this was done way before all this other stuff. Yeah, probably. I cannot wait for Daredevil Born Again, Ironheart, Eyes of Wakanda, says Noel Gonzalez. Thank you for joining, Noel. Don't forget about Wonder Man. I believe him and Wanda dated. Yeah.
And here's the thing: I saw some theories on that from some of the scoopers too. I hope he's not added in this triangle anymore, because of one, the nonsense that we saw within the little sizzle reel that they gave us for Wonder Man. And then how do you even connect Wonder Man to Wanda at this point? Like, I don't want some convoluted shit to where you've connected him to Wanda now at all. I understand he plays a role in Children's Crusade too, but no, fuck all that. So the X-Men, and they're obviously not here either. So no.
Yeah, I mean, they take liberties with what they do when they adapt. So I know it won't be word for word, panel for panel. It's just, they're doing Children's Crusade. We know it's happening. A version of it. When they do Avengers versus X-Men, it'll be a version of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Daredevil Born Again was probably the best part of this little snippet reel that they did, and that's Kamala Khan's dad. And he tells him he's a really good lawyer.
Really good one.
Yeah, start it from the beginning.
Sure.
And then you can play it.
I brought you here to offer you an opportunity.
Oh, I smell what you're stepping in. It's gonna get good.
It's been some time, hasn't it? You've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
I wonder if your darker half would agree.
You think he knows his darker half? You think he knows about Daredevil?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Exactly what kind of a lawyer are you? Hey, a really good one.
This me.
That was it. Just 6 seconds of Spider-Man. It was a good looking 6 seconds, though.
Exactly what kind of a lawyer are you? Hey, a really good one.
This me.
I want to build something undeniable.
Anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done.
But for an adventure, the battle they will sing about for ages.
You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
Can I show you something in the background
Slate whenever you're ready.
of when he joins? There. He's peeking in, you know. He's going to read his lines. Look behind him. Another man. Same skin as he. Reading lines. Because like, looking like a character is it's a prerequisite for when you enter. Even they're acknowledging it. And James Gunn needs to acknowledge it also. That when you're casting, one of the things that you say is what skin, what ethnicity, or what background, or I don't know, however they word it on the sheet, but it's defined. So don't give me no best actor for the role. It's normal for every casting decision to have a look that they go for.
Yeah.
You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man. I was born to play this character.
And we both have a lot riding on this.
You better not mess this up.
I know.
I am.
Oh, here comes the main event, everybody. Eyes of Wakanda. Let's go. Eyes of Wakanda. You know, the Black Panther related series where they go back in time and show you all the times Wakanda was colonized or attempted to be colonized, had their artifacts stolen from them. Very uplifting.
I am ready.
That was it.
Marvel Jesus.
We have a long road ahead of us. Much to do.
Oh my God!
They said that this year we're getting What If?
My God!
It says this year, and then they show Deadpool, is coming November 12. What If is coming December 22. Between the two, I think Deadpool is the one that most people are interested in.
Oh my god!
Let me pause that. January was Spider-Man. March is Daredevil. Ironheart for 6 episodes in June. So there's always going to be
Just pull
something.
up the slate.
This is funner, though. All right. Only on Disney Plus, baby. I'll pull up the slate next, yeah. So remember how they used to say quality over quantity? That's our new strategy. No, there was a writer's strike, which made things get delayed. But now that everything's back to normal, you're back to your regular release for 2025. There's going to be not a month where there's not a TV show episode happening on or a movie coming to Disney Plus.
Yeah. I'll tell you. I guess the reason I didn't retweet this or quote tweet it or anything like that is because it didn't do anything for me. The Daredevil stuff I'm excited as hell for. That looks great. The things that we've heard about it, how dark it's going to be. We've heard that it's even darker than the Netflix series. And for Muse to be the main villain, it has to be. Muse is a very dark villain. And when you ask me, do I think that he knows that Daredevil is his darker half? Yes, because from what we've heard from rumors and things about Daredevil, Born Again, Muse is going to force Kingpin and Daredevil to kind of somewhat have to work together.
Oh.
9
episodes, Daredevil Born Again. That's the first season. And then in the Phase 6 series in August, we got Eyes of Wakanda in August for 4 episodes. Marvel Zombies, don't really care about these animated things. They will get a fraction of what X-Men 97 was able to get. Hey, noticeably missing, a new season of X-Men 97 is not coming in 2025. Looks like they're writing a completely new show. And then we got a Wonder Man for 10 episodes. And Vision Quest is it wasn't announced, so it's not coming in 25. There's the slate.
No. Here, can I share this? I don't think there's one of these dates that's not accurate on here, but we'll share it. Starting with Spider-Man, the little snippet that we did see of it, the little 6 seconds. Again, big Spider-Man fan, love him. He's probably one of my favorite Marvel characters. I don't care. This didn't do anything for me. It didn't move the needle. We have known about this show for a long time, other than the people that went to Comic-Con or whatever that got to see the longer clip than we got to see in this. Maybe that might move the needle for some a little bit more, but from what we've seen, we've only seen the concept art and things for this, or the final art for this. Nothing more. Other than Coleman Domingo is playing. He got the black character he wanted to play, quote unquote.
Who?
Norman Osborn, the black
awesome.
Norman Osborn.
Oh, terrific.
And, we've got, I don't know who's playing Peter or anything like that, but we know Coleman Domingo is playing Norman Osborn. I don't really, again, I hate to be like this. I'm not trying to, I feel it coming. I feel the toxicness coming. I'm not trying to be toxic. I'm not trying to be like, oh, well, Darius is always complaining about Marvel. Why do you watch Marvel? Marvel did this to themselves. If you would have asked me when this shit was originally announced, was I excited? Yeah, for some of it I was. I'm not anymore. I am not. Daredevil Born Again is out of those things in Fantastic Four. Those are the only 2 things that I am looking forward to. And I am going into the Fantastic Four cautiously optimistic. I'm going into Daredevil pretty high. Just because of what we've seen, the things we've heard, Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio talking about, all that. I'm going in pretty high. But these others, Marvel did this to themselves.
When I know that Ironheart, which is coming in 2025, they actually finished filming it 2 years ago in 2022. When I know that, I go, nothing must happen in this show that needed it to be released, before the last few movies, the last few shows. They were able to delay it because of how unconsequential it is to greater Marvel. So why should I be amped for Ironheart? Just for that reason alone. Not to mention the quality of the shows haven't been too well. And then not to mention, she's a derivative character of Iron Man, and I know how that goes and the temporary representation of it all. And I just, And This is the same sort of thing with Wonder Man. And what else is the TV show on here? Daredevil, yeah, same reasons you're into it. They're bringing the cast back, what they've advertised in the fighting. I'm invested. I do have a little bit of a care for him. And he showed up in Spider-Man No Way Home as a lawyer there. He was in She-Hulk. He is being weaved in with the rest of Marvel.
Yeah. And Spider-Man's mentioned in Daredevil from what we've heard in that speech that Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin is giving to the in the trailer there to the New York. He mentions we shouldn't be putting our faith in these vigilantes dressed as spiders, and then he goes on naming some others. So this is going to be good. This is going to be good. And I like the fact that Vincent D'Onofrio has been saying some of the things he's been saying in interviews as far as like just how dark it is. Some of the things he can't wait to do as Kingpin in the MCU, you know? So this one I'm ready for. This other shit, Marvel Zombies, feels like it was something from What If that they said, well, we didn't put this in What If, so let's turn it into a show and people will grab it because it's a spinoff of a spinoff of a spinoff, and they love that shit. Thunderbolts, it's going to be a good time. If you don't have fun, it's still crazy to me that that's Marvel's summer blockbuster. But hey, we might have a good time. It looks fun from what we've seen from the trailer. Into what you said about, about Ironheart, when you were saying not to mention this, not to mention that, not to mention this character was introduced in Wakanda Forever. A movie that a lot of people don't give a flying shit about. A lot of people have not gone and rewatched that shit since they saw it in theaters. If I'm wrong and you have, cool on you. I have not. So if your goal was to make me care about Riri Williams and Wakanda Forever, you failed tremendously. Because not only was I not paying attention to her because you killed the franchise's main character, her being there was irrelevant. Her leaving was irrelevant. And we're supposed to be picking up in Ironheart right where we left off in Wakanda Forever. I don't give a shit. And that has nothing to do with Dominic Thorne. I know I tweeted out I'm going to support Dominic by watching, but I don't care. And when I say I'm going to support Dominic by watching, I'm going to watch as much as I can. And if it becomes one of those things, I said the same thing with Agatha. If it becomes one of those things where, better example, Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix, I have not even finished that shit. I don't even think I've gotten through episode 4. Terrible. If it's something like that, I won't be watching it. I won't be wasting my time with them on that at all. Eyes of Wakanda.
Eyes of No T'Challa.
Yeah, Eyes of No T'Challa. I don't even know where to start with Eyes of Wakanda. What a joke. What a fucking joke. And when I say what a fucking joke, you do know that, remember when all that stuff was going around about, I want to say maybe a month or 2 months ago, maybe. Let's put 2 months on it. Some of the scoopers, like Daniel RPK, was like, there was it was Alex. Alex of the Cosmic Circus said there's an animated show that costs Marvel so much money, millions of dollars. You know how much Eyes of Wakanda has cost Marvel Studios animation? $20 million. And you can look that up. It has cost them that much on the animation because they are trying to replicate Arcane on Netflix. They want this to be their Arcane. Someone over at Marvel is missing the basic point of what this franchise is. And somebody else tweeted, why would I want to go? Which things we've said before. Why would I want to go to Wakanda? It's like going to Gotham without Bruce Wayne. And someone was like, well, no, that's not true because Wakanda has a lot more richness than what. The only reason Wakanda exists is because T'Challa had to exist.
It's like
the only reason
character.
Yeah. The only reason Gotham exists is because Bruce first had to exist. So for you to say that there's all this richness without the character, you will never pick up a Black Panther book where you are diving into the richness of Wakanda without diving into something with T'Challa being the main fucking plot of the fucking comic. So for you to sit and say, oh, this is going to be cool because we're diving into the richness of Wakanda, that's what they told us about Wakanda Forever. Only thing we dove into was a fucking grave. 2 graves. So no, we're not diving into the richness of Wakanda. In diving into the richness of Wakanda, something that a lot of people were mentioning on Twitter was, why are these niggas light-skinned in Wakanda? Who is this white motherfucker behind the dude with this lion mask on? Like, I'm just like, who Harpo, who is this? Who are these people? What is this? This is such a disrespectful slap in the face to this franchise that you continuously try to do things surrounding Wakanda without T'Challa. And then we're going to sit and watch this same group, because this is on the sacred timeline. This is canon to the MCU. We're going to watch this group time travel, and you're going to slap me in the face and say that Wakanda can time travel, but T'Challa's still dead? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck Eyes of Wakanda. That's why they only showed you 6 seconds of it, because they themselves are like, oh, why are we doing this?
Where it is on the release schedule, Eyes of Wakanda is on August. Maybe it's really far away, so they don't want to give you more than 6 seconds of it. That's probably why.
And you know what? Clever on them. Not clever. Not clever's the wrong word. August 6th, which means how many episodes is this? 5, 6 episodes? 4. Okay, so never mind. It won't go into his the anniversary of his death.
I think that's August 28th, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah, they need to just stay the fuck away from Wakanda. That's what they need to do. They need to stay the fuck away from Wakanda till they get this shit fixed.
Why try when you idiots will watch whatever they put out regardless? I think he's talking about me when he says you idiots. I've not been watching. I've canceled my
talking
Disney
about me.
Plus. Yeah, he I don't know who he's talking to. Thank you. Steve said, good thing the shop is closed, Rogue Comics. Because we're swearing? Too bad. Wonder Man is a slave now? Oh, yeah, you're just... Now I'm just... All right, thank you for the input.
No, let him give his input, or he or she. I think it's a she, since Justin Bieber is his baby. Let him give his input. I would love to hear your input. You must be new here. No one said that Wonder Man was a slave or anything like that. What we are simply saying is, if you pick up a Black Panther, you pick up a Wonder Man comic book, that man is white. The representation aspect here is not for the Black community. I don't know who this was for. It wasn't for me to feel represented, because if I go pick up a Wonder Man comic and I go read about him, and if I'm a first-time viewer of this, this is the example I've used for kids that are going to watch Wonder Man and see him for the very first time and be like, hey, this Black character of Marvel called Wonder Man is dope. Let me go pick up his comics. I've never read a comic before, but this has inspired me. So they go pick up a comic to see a character that looks like them and be represented, only to find out that, oh, he's white in issue 1, he's white in issue 2, he's white in issue 3, he's white in issue 4. When does he get black? So yeah, no, nobody's saying he's a slave. We're saying that what they're doing over there is foolish when it comes to the representation aspect, trying to pander to the Black community. So again, you got to be new here, because these are things that we've echoed time and time again on Pantheon streams. But since you're feeling so fucking chatty, go ahead and hit that subscription button. You can help us out over here.
Brian Fisher, what is the plot of Plaza? No T'Challa, and they're gonna try to make money with this brand, even though they killed the primary character, and it's gonna be like a hypnosis. It's gonna be one of those things where they try to convince you guys you're doing a pro-Black thing by funding and supporting the absence of the character within his own brand. You're gonna be the reason why we can still make money off this character. So I would say don't watch it. Don't pick up a toy from it when they do the Fortnite skins. Don't buy the skin of the new Wakandan they just debuted there with lighter skin. Just avoid it. Avoid talking about it. What's the plot? I don't know. Just avoid the question, Brian. Yeah. Idiots is kind of a strong word to use for something that's supposed to be entertainment. Yeah, just let them go. It does sound like a troll, but we're used to that. They're going around.
I love it. I love it. I'm waiting. I'm trying to buy a vowel. He hasn't said anything else.
No, not
Can I get a vowel? Anything? Nothing? Come on, bro. You got to come harder than that.
Executive judge with the Alolan Executor from Pokemon Alola region. I just you should be happy with me. I have a shiny Varoom. It's got golden, and I just hatched it with Masuda method. Anyways, did you guys talk about Agatha Finale? Yes, we did. I just subbed over here. We
Well,
got.
thank you, Steve. I appreciate it, bruh. Thank you.
I like Steve. Steve's been following me for a while.
Nice.
I ain't watching shish about Wakanda until T'Challa is back. That's how we all feel here. Marcus is about to join. Let's get his thoughts in about the 4 new shows that Disney Plus has. Daredevil, and Deadpool is coming to streaming after like 100 days or so. That's cool. Like the wait is getting longer and longer between theatrical release and digital and streaming. I mean, that's always good. I hope for it to be longer. What's the perfect sweet spot for you, Darius, between a movie going out and then finally coming on streaming, whether at Netflix, Max, Disney?
Are you talking about like how long it stays in theaters?
Yeah, I think the word is theatrical window, but also when it comes to streaming.
It just depends. I think if it's doing like if you have a Deadpool and Wolverine that was doing what it's doing, I think now it going to Disney Plus, that's about right. You know, like people, you got a Joker, Fale Abdu, that's right. Get that shit out. It's wasting theater space.
It's wasting theater space. It's wasting broadband.
Yeah, and then the only other thing that we didn't say was Captain America: Brave New World, but we've talked about that many times. And this is most recent. This is the most recent from Daniel RPK. This is not me hating Anthony Mackie, me trying to hex Captain America: Brave New World. Daniel RPK has said from people that he's talked to in the business that have seen several different screenings. These aren't the people that have seen the same screenings. Every screening is not getting good buzz. So I think it might just be a thing where we might just have to, and I've accepted it for February 14th. I'll get love elsewhere. It won't be from Captain America: Brave New World because that's going to be a dud. I wouldn't advise if your Valentine's plans are for Captain America: Brave New World. I'd go find love elsewhere because you are going to leave very disappointed.
What will they do in the Super Bowl for Brave New World?
You think that'll be a trailer spot in the Super Bowl?
I think, yeah, Sam is going to fly in and save the Super Bowl from happening.
No. Well.
It'll work. He'll land and he'll kneel. They'll go just like Colin Kaepernick. All of America's going to love it.
And then somebody's going to say, that's the Black Falcon. Nah. That's Captain America.
Best scene ever. Thunderbolts will be better. Huh?
I think so. I think it'll be fun. I really do. I think it'll be a fun time. I'm not expecting it to change the geographics of the MCU at all, but
this is interesting. The thing that gets me mad about T'Challa not being recasted is I was looking forward to seeing the King of the Dead arc. But oh well, no Wakanda viewing for me. The King of the Dead arc could be used to return him back to life. If they really wanted to, they could, he's a dead character, utilize him in the dead world and bring him back. But, or say he was a Skrull, or this or that. But no.
Is Marcus trying to come in here, or is he just sitting there? You're not letting him in?
Oh, I'm not blocking him. Hey.
So it was just like you said I was about to come in, so I figured you were gonna clap me in. But it's
you
all
wanted
good.
the tag?
Hey, folks, how's it going? Apologies for the tardiness. Had the little ones out doing the trick or treating thing. It's kind of big over here in this area, so we had quite a few houses to go to. But
I noticed I noticed what you were wearing. Michigan, not LSU.
Oh, yeah, I'm just a Michigan guy. You know what I'm saying? Just a Michigan guy. But first of all, Darius, what are you Wanda? Are you Billy?
You know what? I'll go with Billy.
Billy.
I'll go with Earth nigga 3000 Billy.
you had me kind of confused. Because it was like, all right, so the red, right? And it's definitely Billy because we just had the finale, but the only Wanda wear a hood like that. So I was kind of in the middle.
Yeah, I was just like, I love Halloween, so I didn't get to really dress up this year, but I was like, let me just throw on something. Oh
yeah, but Marcus, we know how you like to. Yeah, he's got the Black Panther on. We know you like to get into character, right? We watch.
No, for sure.
Absolutely. I remember just the other week you were doing your Angel Reese, you getting your Angel Reese on, you know?
Hey man, relax.
No, I don't think I should relax. I think if people don't know what exactly I'm talking about, we should actually bring it
There's a
up.
bunch of stuff I've kind of been disappointed in Angel about. It's like, oh, y'all better stop fucking sexualizing me.
And then every time since then, just out there.
Don't you sexualize me, Shaq?
Oh,
Don't you dare. What?
Where did that come-
Shorts? Why would anybody show up to see me in short shorts?
I don't know why I think live chat.
There's a bunch of stuff I've kind of been.
Live chat. I think we gotta ask ourselves.
Hey yo, relax.
We got Angel Reese.
Relax.
We got Marcus too raw. We need to know, everybody, who did it better. Why is there a glare? That's what I'm trying to figure out on the left over there. You got Angel Reese inside. You really get into character, Marcus. You are just a committed fellow.
So this is borderline sexual harassment. So at this point, I feel like I should seek HR through YouTube and just see what my channels are, because
just like Angel Reese when Shaq was getting on her, yeah.
I
Now
feel
you do all of this on public, on a stream, and you think, oh, why do they think of me this way? Why are my legs the subject of these men's eyes?
So now, yeah, you're right. Damn, I completed the Angel Resource, so now I feel it. I understand, because I still don't want you to sexualize me like that. So chill out.
I'm done sexualizing you. Darius, are you done?
Oh yeah, the poll's up.
Despicable. Absolutely despicable.
It's not too late to get your opinion in.
Yikes.
Yeah, I told him, I said, yeah, he's gonna be like, yikes, what the fuck?
Marcus, do you want to win this poll, or would you feel better if you lost it?
You know what? When this poll is over, by the time this poll is over, I will have already completed my revenge plan for the both of you. So yuck it up.
It wasn't me.
Yuck it up.
It wasn't me. I signed off against it.
Ooh, 20 votes already. Who did it better, Marcus or Angel Reese?
You
60% say Marcus.
Despicable.
You guys have 30 more seconds to vote on this poll. Who's gonna? It's a close one. This is Kamala Trump. This is really close. It could go either way. Is it the Marcus
so where were we? God damn it!
What is next?
We're done. Winner of the poll is Marcus with 61%. That was fun. Oh, we were just talking about Marvel, and they had like 4 new teaser trailers that came out. Did you see any of them? Did you see Ironheart? Did you see the Eyes of Wakanda? Did you see the Daredevil, Wonder Man?
I saw Wonder Man. I saw Ironheart. I saw
Born Again,
Daredevil. What was the other one? Was that all of them?
Yeah, Spider-Man freshman year had like one quick.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, and if you blinked, you missed Eyes of T'Challa's not there. So,
I saw some stills from Eyes of Wakanda. I think
the only stills.
Yeah, only pictures. I guess we can go through them one by one, from my perspective. Before I do that, though, I do want to remind everybody that, Back of the Bus won't be reviewing any of those projects. Not a single one. Not officially. We'll talk about the news. We'll talk about the budget. We'll talk about ratings, right? Anything from a fiscal perspective. We will not review the shows. We're not doing it.
Josh said the same thing.
I'll bring this up so you can see it, Marcus. Yeah, there's the dates.
Here we go. Okay. Yeah, for sure.
I think Ironheart is off. I think that's the only one that's not the accurate date.
Yeah, we're not reviewing any of these. We're on a review embargo. Josh has actually been on this kick longer than I have. The Blade news kind of sparked this, and so again, just want to take the opportunity on the Pantheon to encourage my podcast mates, not force, not you know, I'm not going to shame you if you know, if that's not the way you choose to go about, reviewing anything on your own channels. I would implore any other YouTubers, content creators that care about how we are represented on screen to take a note from other communities and stand up for what it is you want to see on the screen. So until we get that representation, we're going to go ahead and bow out of Marvel content.
Which would
Now,
mean
go. No, go ahead. My
you
bad.
go. You finish.
No, I was just going to say that there are some pending projects that kind of fall in the gray area that we're not going to take debate. Wonder Man, Ironheart. I wish Dominic Thorne and Yaya the best, and I hope that this doesn't go in the way of the fandom. I hope it doesn't go the way that I think it's going to go. So I'm wishing them the best, but we're going to bow out and wait until this wave of failures happens so that they have time to assess and make a real honest effort from that point on to adjust. I don't think what they brought to the table is going to suffice. I don't think it's going to push the needle. It's not going to bring back the type of 2018 Black Panther energy that was surrounding, our community in the MCU. So, with that being said, going down the list here, Daredevil Born Again is probably going to be a hit. It's what they've spent the most time and attention on. It's what they have shown the most attention to detail. It's what they've shown the most earnest attempts to make it what it was when people loved it. Right, we're getting Bernthal back involved. We've got Foggy. We've got, what's the redhead's name? Chick from True Blood. Karen's back involved.
Page.
And they weren't previously, right? So that's something that they had to be pushed into doing, right? They heard what the fan reception was coming back from it. They didn't like it. Okay, let's scrap and go the other way. Captain America, or wait, no, where's the next? Ironheart, maybe? Ironheart. Okay. So Eyes of Wakanda. Obvious dud. I think there's a lot of internet juice around Eyes of Wakanda, but that's the same internet juice that was there for Wakanda Forever, and we'll see what that sufficed. All right, we'll see what that amounted to. And you add to that, this doesn't even have the marginal supporting characters that the most hardened MCU supporters would tell you that they love and support. It doesn't even have that. We're probably not going to see Okoye and M'Baku and Shuri, at least not in some of vast capacity. Like, they're not going to be there the majority of the time. So I could, I'll hear about it, I guess, and we'll let chat tell us how it is if they've seen it. Ironheart kind of feels like it maybe had a chance 2 years ago. It maybe had a chance 2 years ago off the heels of Wakanda Forever. You
even think it had a chance off the heels?
Well, so it didn't make sense for her to be there, right? And it would have benefited her a hell of a lot if this show came out leading up into Wakanda Forever. But being what it was, that they already decided to release it post Wakanda Forever, post a lot of projects, because I mean, it was 2 years ago that movie came out, that the character was introduced. So with that being the case, their best shot was to try to use whatever momentum or whether it was fake drum up by the media or whether it was actual people who were touched by the movie. Use that.
Nikki Marini.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. If she's so emotionally triggered, then throw some more bait out there for her to jump over. Bring Dominic Thorne in. Not Dominic Thorne. Riri. Bring Riri in and show the aftermath of the Queen Mother's death and the attack on Wakanda from her perspective. How does she deal with it? Right? It's got to be traumatizing. A queen died saving her, a queen that she didn't know, and probably should have been safe from drowning in the most technologically advanced country in the world. But we're not going down that rabbit hole tonight. Keep the characters closest to their biggest appearances, right? It just helps. It makes sense. If you're going to introduce, I can't wait to miss Ironheart. It's crazy. If you're going to introduce a new character, especially in that way, it would behoove you to keep that positive momentum rolling. Wonder Man, Jesus Christ. Okay. One of the reasons why we're doing this embargo.
Another race swap. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
another race swap. Another race swap.
No, I want you to appreciate my joke. Another race swap. Jesus Christ.
Yo, that was a bar. I like that.
You said it.
I like that. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, man, this is a tough sell. It's a hard sell. Great actor. Character is not very well known to a lot of common fans. Everyday MCU fans. I don't think that there's a lot that they showed us in that clip that would entice people to get excited about it. The Ben Kingsley appearance, right? Obviously, that's going to be the dude that was faking the Mandarin stuff. Again, why? What does he have to do with Simon Williams? And speaking of Simon Williams, since Simon Williams, it seems like he's already an actor, we're going to see Hank, right? Or this universe's version of Hank McCoy, because that's his boy when he's an actor in Hollywood trying to find roles, right? Because that's who Simon Williams is. Is that what we're doing? Is Wanda going to show up in the show as well? You going to see Wanda? See Wanda? Isn't that the whole point of him being here? Right? Love Triangle, Paul Bettany, Yahya Abdul-Mateen, Olsen. Ooh, it'll get all the Twilight tweeners in here. Like, I don't even understand what the appeal is for the show. If the first 30 seconds wasn't him smashing something, beaming some a power ray through something, kicking someone's face in, what was the point of this? What was the point?
I agree completely. For anybody expecting to see that, and I know you were being facetious, but for anybody expecting to see that, I would reserve myself. Don't expect to see Baron Zemo. Don't expect to see him see how he got his origin or any of that. Yeah, none of that shit. None of that shit is happening. In this, from what we got from that trailer, he is auditioning to be Wonder Man. He is not. Wonder Man is not a. It's different. It's different. So it's not going to be.
Wonder Man is a character. He's
auditioning to be. He is not. So how the powers are going to happen? How he's going to get the powers? I don't know. I don't know. Right now, what this looks like is a comedy buddy shit.
Comedy, yeah, buddy comedy. It feels like the other guys. Mm-hmm. It feels like fucking Step Brothers. What is going on here?
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like what they maybe wanted to do with Wolverine and Deadpool buddy cop thing, but on Disney Plus on a much smaller scale with much less interesting characters.
Why would he sign up to do this? Why? What was even the pitch? Walk me through that. What was the pitch here to get Yahya Abdul-Mateen on board to do this?
Hey, we heard that you don't like doing that Black Manta shit, but hey, we can have you come over here and be somebody.
And be somebody less than Black Manta?
Right.
I don't see it, man. I don't get what the pitch was. Like, okay, so it's a little known character. I guess I understand because it's a character that nobody knows, so you can get away with a lot of this shit, right? Like, people are not walking into this. We are, but they're not. The chat is, but there aren't a lot of people who are walking into that project with a lot of expectations, right? They just want to see Yahya Abdul-Mateen do his thing. And which I'm sure he will do. I just don't know what the hell is going to have to do with Simon Williams and what the hell is going to have to do with the Wonder Man that I knew in comics.
Yeah.
I think he's thinking or Yahya Abdul-Mateen, he's thinking, they made Black Panther, they could do it again. But
this is not that, fam. Panther. This is not that.
I'm so sick of like that. I kind of let people have that little, there were people tweeting like, oh yeah, Blade could do that, Mahershala Ali could do that with Blade. I think we're missing the concept of who T'Challa is if we think that if these people, like if Marvel is telling, and let's just hypothetically say Marvel told Yahya, hey, you can repeat some Black Panther success with this, they're in disillusion of who T'Challa is. None of these black characters, because Wonder Man's not black, are holding candles to the black character. So if that was the pitch, you can have Black Panther success. Oh, then they that's the blind leading the blind, because he has no idea who his character is. Then he has no idea who T'Challa is. I said the same thing when Mahershala Ali said, "Oh, I want to brother, I love the fact that you think that, and I like that where your mind is going, but Blade's not that guy."
I had a great post on Instagram saying that Feige casts actors like this to play heroes like this. In case another one like this, that's Adam Brashear, Blue Marvel, gets as popular as this. And it seems, I say it's a great post because they got more likes than I usually get likes for.
I liked it. I saw it on Twitter.
Let me ask you guys a question, or for any lingering, MCUers that believe in Kevin Feige still. If they did honestly care about having another Black Panther-esque success, then why haven't they ever repeated the formula? What did they do to make Black Panther successful? They took a black main character. They put him at the forefront. They gave him a strong supporting cast. They wrote the story about him. They focused it on him. They had a hell of an antagonist. They had a compelling.
They casted well.
Yeah. Oh,
the budget
great
was up there. The music soundtrack was behind it. Soundtrack, a named director. They did it all, and they could do it again.
All in all, it wasn't that much different from what you see from their white characters now, how they try to start them up. It wasn't that much different from how they started up Thor. Wasn't that much different for how they started up Captain America. So if they want that type of success, why haven't they done that again?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the answer to my question that I was going to ask, but you already did. You said until they make an honest effort to do something, and that would be that. That's the criteria.
And that wasn't even with the film. That was with a cameo that they sparked that excitement for T'Challa with.
Yep.
Let's remember, Civil War was not his movie. He came in, he owned every scene, though.
Civil War was the appearance, because by that time they had already bypassed Ike Perlmutter and they were in pre-production for Black Panther. So that was always the idea.
Mm-hmm.
They had common sense back then. We're going to introduce him in Civil War, and then in the next 2 years, he's going to have his own film. Not, hey, Riri Williams, no one's ever seen you before or heard of you. You're a character that was just made in 2015. How about we could pigeonhole you right here in this Black film, right? And then 2 years after that, you'll get your own show. Now, how does that compare to how they did T'Challa in Black Panther? It's the complete opposite. It's complete opposite. So again, for any of the lingering, optimists out there, I just wanted to pose the question.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen was pitched. You're the next T'Challa. You're the next Black Panther. That's how it worked. And Darius, I know you're going to go, but I have to say that this keeps him, this great talented actor who we saw as Black Manta, who is in his athletic prime, who could probably, have a whole franchise surrounding him, which was supposed to be the case with Lucasfilm, except the Damon Lindelof script didn't get completed. But you've got this great talent, and by making him Wonder Man, you're keeping him away from launching the next, who knows? John Wick wasn't a thing until a decade ago, but Keanu Reeves offered his celebrity to make this thing huge. And there's other franchises that they were not a hit until recently. Yahya Abdul-Mateen could have been that. He could have made the new Bad Boys, where he's just like Marcus and Mike. He could have done that, but this is keeping him from that. It's a resource that Hollywood is stripping away and making. It's a defensive move in the name of, look, we're doing representation. You're actually preventing him from doing stuff. And I hope people like Daniel Kaluuya, who are doing Jordan Peele movies, I hope they never do this race swap stuff. I hope they never get too involved with the major studios like that, where they're where their roles that they're doing keep away like advancement.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. I was just going to say, 3 years after Wakanda Forever, and at the end of the third year, is when her show is coming. So let's not only put it 3 years back, but let's put it at the end of that third year, so people can forget her even more.
So any delay puts her into the 4-year range. Any meaningful delay puts her into the 4-year range after Wakanda Forever, which was already a diminishing project from its predecessor.
Yep.
And that is an honest effort to introduce a Black character for you, for not for y'all, but for anyone who disagrees, I guess.
Will she still be a young Avenger, Darius?
Hell no. She already pushing on 30. She like 25, 26.
Yeah, her and Haley Steinfeld.
She
Haley
played an
Steinfeld is my
adult
age.
in the Fred Hampton movie in like 2019. Played a grown ass woman.
26.
26 years old.
How old is Haley Steinfeld?
Her birthday's next week. She's turning 27.
How old is Haley Steinfeld? She's got to be in her, like, what, 29?
She's 27.
27? Yeah. Yeah, the young Avengers are the old Avengers.
Yeah.
The old Avengers.
Ironheart will be a sandwich. Peanut butter. The best of Phase 4 by far, Rayshawn Sean Jackson. What does he mean?
Talking to somebody.
You don't have conversations. Only
don't have conversations.
Revolve around us, because if I click on you, I want to know what's going on.
Raymond said all the young Avengers pushing 30. Young in Hollywood movies is really 30 to 35. Yeah, it is. And they all still look like they could be, the young Avengers.
Steinfeld's getting up there, man. She's been around for a while.
She's
been around for a minute.
She has.
It's gonna be a hard sell. On top of, I saw somebody say something about Thunderbolts, right? Okay. Like, sure, like you may enjoy it personally. I can't, dictate what you like, but like the prospect of Yelena being able to carry an ensemble cast of characters that either fell woefully short of people's expectations or not even in people's consciousness anymore. Like, who is thinking of Ghost? Who's
you took the name. That was the name. As soon as you said that, I thought Ghost. Who's
thinking of Ghost? And where in your recesses is Red Guardian and Taskmaster? Who is looking for these people? Who's asking for them? Who said, you know what? I want to see all of them in a movie. And then to put a cherry on top, we're going to put Julia Dreyfus in charge of all of it, like she's an Amanda Waller of the MCU, and it's going to be great. We're gonna battle Suicide Squad movies with DC. Sounds good. Let's do it because people hate both of those franchises, but they just keep shoving them down. Keep trying to give it to us. I just don't want it. Yuck.
Yeah, and yuck. While putting this group up against one of the most powerful Marvel characters is interesting too.
Yeah, which essentially tells us that he's nerfed.
Oh gosh, yes,
he's nerfed and going to stay nerfed. Speaking of nerfed, has anybody got caught on to this conversation about vibranium being positioned as the new super metal in the MCU? Anybody else caught on to that wave?
I haven't.
Adamantium.
So adamantium, excuse me, I'm sorry, didn't eat.
I haven't seen that.
The celestial that's in Antarctica, right? Rumors are is that
it's the Indian Ocean.
Sorry, I thought it was in Antarctica. My bad.
Shit, it's been so long.
It's been a minute. My bad. Yeah, you're right.
He's in the water.
The celestial it's frozen in the Indian Ocean. Wasn't it frozen?
It's frozen. It's frozen.
Right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, wherever it's at, it's froze. But the thing about it is that it was supposed to be in Eternals 2 is supposed to be made of adamantium, and that was supposed to somehow segue us into mutants. The other thing and I think it was Eyes of Wakanda. One of the things that they were hunting or trying to get back was adamantium, and I'm just like, why? So
it's one of the main plots for Captain America.
There you go. You go. That's what it was. It wasn't Eyes of Wakanda. It was Captain America 4. It's adamantium. If the Celestial, which predates humanity, is made of adamantium, then why the hell do we need vibranium? When we know that adamantium only exists because vibranium was on this planet, right? It's because people messed with it. They tried to make their own synthetic and they came up with adamantium. They're putting adamantium out of order in front of vibranium. Why?
because they need to continue to do this dismantling of Wakanda and the Black Panther franchise. It started with killing T'Challa. Then it was then they lied to us and said Wakanda forever. Since we're taking T'Challa out, we're going to dive deeper into the history of it. Well, then they took out the history of Wakanda and showed us that these niggas ain't as smart as you think they are. I'm not even going into Wakanda Forever. We all saw the movie. They did that. Then they killed the Queen Mother. Now they're introducing a bastard child. Now they're telling you that vibranium is not the most, precious metal in Marvel. It is the continuance of dismantling the importance of the Black Panther franchise. They don't want, and again, you might be saying, oh, you're just being whatever. They don't want this theme of intelligent, strong, regal, uncolonized, smarter than Reed Richards, smarter than Tony. They don't want that narrative for blacks. Like, you can't. They don't want you to go to Wakanda and find a continent full of Reed Richards that are like, no, that's not. We can't.
But
show
Ro,
that.
Hear me out though. Why does adamantium then need to be older than vibranium for that to work, for you to introduce Wolverine? Why do they need to rearrange the order for that to work, to introduce Wolverine? Answer me that. And also, how does that help you with the bigger question, which is how the hell are you going to introduce mutants, which are a race or a subset of humans? How are you going to say that they haven't been here through any of this?
I think the mutant thing will be solved with Secret Wars. Like, the universe will be recreated, except now there's mutants.
Say it again. Run it by me again.
In Secret Wars, when they win, they will have a universe to return to, and they'll say, "Oh, we won. Okay, person who's creating the universes, can you create a universe?" And then he'll be like, "Yeah, but there'll be some new things here: vampires, mutants."
They could.
So then you're telling me then in the MCU, I can't call it 616. In the MCU, that there is a James Howlett, there is a Charles Xavier. There is
they alluded to that in She-Hulk. And She-Hulk, remember, the paper said alluded to. This is when I was still high on Marvel. Alluded to Wolverine being in that bar fight, but he only had the wooden claws at the time. I think the article in the paper was "Man with wooden claws causes bar fight" or something like that. Don't quote me verbatim on that.
That's just the Easter egg, though. That's nothing.
I know they could easily retcon it, but they've given us Easter eggs like that before that have led into bigger things. Now this was older Marvel. This is now new shitty Phase 4 Marvel.
You could go the route that the human version of all of our favorite mutants are here and their mutant genes just haven't gotten activated yet for some reason. But then that means we're going to have literal adults who had a mutant gene that didn't activate until after Endgame, which is mind boggling. It's just because what bigger event, what bigger like race touching, meaning the human race touching event could you introduce that's bigger than the blip?
Mm-hmm.
Bigger than
Metal
wiping
Claws?
out half of Metal Claws. Okay.
I didn't know they said metal.
What other event can you top that with to say, okay, now this is what actually activates a mutant gene? There's already been too many world-threatening events that would have activated them for those people to be here. They're making it very hard to get it in there, and none of that has anything to do with vibranium or adamantium. So I just need somebody to make that make sense to me.
They have a lot of work to do on explaining that, because if we're to believe that Wanda is a mutant, and I'm just going off of nothing official from Marvel, going off of scoops. If the Scarlet Witch film takes place during the mutant saga, they're clearly planning on connecting her to the mutants in some way or form. We do know that it wasn't just the stone alone that that activated or caused Wanda's power. She had already had those powers before touching the stone when she was being tested on. So the mutant gene would have to come from somewhere. She would have to be a mutant or something. I mean, and not only that, we mentioned the mutant gene in Ms. Marvel. Forget about that shit. They even played the da-na-na-na-na-na behind it when she said it, or when he said it.
And we could say Wanda was the mutant also, because there's no reason why she just had powers back in Sokovia.
And her brother, and Quicksilver. So yeah. But mutants, I would have to say, I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'm assuming just because and I forgot about this because I forgot about Ms. Marvel. It's the better example than even using Wanda and the Stone and her powers. They played the 97 theme behind Ms. Marvel when they mentioned mutants.
They sure did, which was, I mean, I don't know. I guess they've retconned it in the comics. They killed her. They brought her back as a mutant. So this is what it is now. I wonder if we're going to see much more of that. Or if we're going to see much more.
Why do they hate the Inhumans? I remember that show was like the movie was announced a lot.
They have so little meaningful arcs to me.
They do. They really do.
Actually care about. They're so little. And if you're an Inhumans fan, then you just like anything Inhumans, and you probably like the TV show. You probably like the Inhumans part of not the TV show, the Inhumans part of Agents of Shield. Yeah, you were probably into that. If you're an Inhumans fan, but they just don't have anything interesting for me.
That hurts if you're an Inhumans fan.
I liked if they can bring the Inhumans in and MCU them up, as far as like what we saw in I'm talking about like a Secret Wars cameo thing. I'm talking about what we saw in Multiverse of Madness.
Are you a closeted Inhumans fan?
No, but I do like Black Bolt.
Did you enjoy the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. arc where
I did not.
Girl was an Inhuman?
No, no, I hated that Inhuman show so much, man. I hate that show. The stuff they did with Lockjaw wasn't bad. Good CGI on Lockjaw. Wasn't that bad for the time.
Let's just make Black Bolt a mutant and forget about everybody else and move on.
I could do that. I could take
do
Black
that
Bolt.
and we just move on like that's the new normal.
I'm too much for comic accuracy to be okay with that.
Just move on.
He does need Medusa with him.
Let's just leave the discount mutants where we found them. Bring back Black Bolt with us and go forth.
Do you think Medusa? Because I'm assuming we might see some of those characters since we know that the Inhumans exist in 838. Those teams exist, even though those leaders are dead because of Wanda. Those teams still exist. Yeah. So, are we thinking that maybe, or not thinking that maybe? I'm asking, how do you think that the MCU or how it would translate Medusa's powers from the TV show's terrible CGI to the VFX effects? How would that look? I don't know how you'd make that look in live action.
It'd probably look terrible.
I think so. I think that would look really bad. Having her hair whipping, I don't know if that. I don't know that translates.
Sounds like a stinker. I don't even think we should do it.
That's what Kathleen Kennedy said to Stephen Knight because the Ray film writer has been dropped. It was happened a week ago, I think, the day after we streamed Pantheon. I haven't spoken about it once, not one time on my YouTube channel, because what am I going to say to add to this? Yeah, we know there were creative differences in a Kennedy film production, okay? And they had to part ways. The same thing happened with Damon Lindelof. Now it's your second go at it with this Ray movie. He left. Now, is him leaving sort of similar to Blade when they had a bunch of actors leave also because they knew it wasn't actually going to happen? Is it like that? Or is it I'm leaving because someone else will do it? That's yet to be seen yet. We don't know. Him leaving, though, is just such a non-story. This is what Kathleen Kennedy's been doing over and over again. Every show she's ever put out or movie she's ever put out has had a person leave. Not every show, but there are more that do than don't. And that's not normal for Hollywood to have some sort of like disagreement with your staff who are in the creative process, who are in developing it, and you have to change, or sometimes even mid-filming, they'll change a director. This is who she is. I am getting worked up, and I probably shouldn't because it's her, and we should have expected something like this. It's the Ray film. It might not even happen, but hey, there goes the writer.
If this film comes out, boy, it is truly her last hurrah. I don't think it's coming out, but I wasn't really surprised by the news either, just because of Kennedy's track record. And I mean, let's just bear it out. Let's be honest. I think, Stephen Knight stuck out in that room for some obvious reasons. And
I don't know who Stephen Knight is. You have to explain.
I'm sorry, the writer.
I'm sorry, the writer.
Now I know he's a writer, but what did he do to stick out? He's a qualified. What do you mean? Oh, he's a man.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay. No, yeah,
Thank
it's
you. Yeah,
Kathleen
yeah.
Kennedy. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Yeah,
I'm just.
I
I'm
was
looking.
about to say, hold on now.
All
Gotta
right.
take you back to KK school.
Yeah.
So it was always a marriage that was always going to be rocky, that he was going to have to not just bend socially, but bend in his writing. And if he couldn't bend far enough for it to be comfortable for not just Kathleen, but also the director, Charmaine Obey, we don't know how much influence she had in all of this. I mean, if she's going to be the one behind the camera, you would think that she at least gets a, hey, what do you think if we don't go with Mr. Knight? You know, at least gets one of those. So honestly, I think the project was doomed. I have a working theory on what actually happened in between Star Wars Celebration last year and up until this point with the writer walking away. I think that because Kathleen Kennedy had the position that she has at Lucasfilm, she was able to sneak around Bob Iger and do that announcement with Ray. And so instead of, Iger coming out and trying to, embarrass her, but at the same time embarrass the company, because what the hell are you guys doing? Why are you announcing projects that aren't really happening because of personal feuds between you? He's just going to let it slowly bleed out the way that all of her projects have slowly bleed out. And this time, I'm not coming to save you with another $100 million. I'm not going to play up any type of media. I'm not going to come out and speak good things about the project. Has Bob Iger talked about this Ray project once? Has he talked about it at all?
No.
I haven't heard him speak about this project at all. I'm not going to let you put this turd on me. You went out and did this without me. It's on you. Do it. Get it to the finish line, because I don't think he believes you can do it. I honestly don't believe that he thinks that she can get this project from conception to the theater. That is the level of confidence he has to have in her at this point, because of the examples that she's put up here this decade. So I think that if she was going to, what was reported, cut him at the legs and just go forth and announce what she wanted to do, Daisy Ridley coming back, yada yada, which some of that had to have been on Iger's radar, because in the weeks leading up, she had been at Disney. She had been reported she was at some of the executive suites having meetings.
And she lives in London, and that's where the Star Wars Celebration con was. It was pretty easy to get her on stage.
So, there was some smoke to that fire. At the same time, I just can't imagine, in terms of returns at Lucasfilm, that he looked at the next phase of what we were going to be getting from Star Wars and said, yeah, we're going to let Daisy Ridley lead this one too. I can't wrap my mind around that. So I don't know how he could get to that conclusion realistically. I think he's set her up to do what she usually does with her productions, which is fail.
There's a funny Games Radar article I'm gonna show you about upcoming Star Wars TV shows and movies. Let's go. New Star Wars movies and release dates. We've got one on May 2nd of 2026. We all believe that to be Mando. December 18 of that same year, and then 2027. Mando and Grogu, May 22. A new Rey movie, release date, unknown. A new James Mangold doing the Dawn of the Jedi, release date, unknown. And Dave Filoni has a Star Wars movie, release date, unknown. I think that will happen. We've got Taika Waititi's Star Wars movie, release date, unknown. Taika Waititi's got a movie, everyone. Sean Levy, after his Deadpool success. I am hopeful. I think because this one was announced recently in the post Kathleen Kennedy power era.
I can see that being real because of Deadpool. I can see this one actually being real.
The real studio president, Bob Iger, wants that one. We got Lando, who they still pretend is happening.
Never happening.
Release date unknown. Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, don't even.
The Rogue Squadron. It was just a whole bunch of scheduling and hope it happens. Not happening. Kevin Feige, that's come to an end though. He's actually said so. And then other canceled Star Wars movies are, I don't see any bold words or something that sticks out. Lego Star Wars Skeleton Crew's happening, thankfully. Andor is gonna come out and link up with the Rogue One movie. Mando's that's not happening. Ahsoka season 2 is happening.
Mhm.
Droid Story that was announced back in 2020. That was that. That was that. Fun.
Yeah, like I said, I don't really think the Rey movie is going to be a thing. So it'll be interesting though to see how, like, what is her future? Not Daisy Ridley, but KK. Like, where do we go from here? Because
Isn't
if
the
that one
contract up today? Isn't today the final day? That's October of 2024.
is it? Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about a renewal. Have you?
No.
About an extension? That's crazy. Maybe she's out.
Well, if you remember, and I know that because I don't know where to start. I've been following the Star Wars stuff, obviously. The Rey. I don't talk about the Rey movie. I don't talk about things that Daisy has said just because I don't care. But I am following it, and so Jeff Snyder had said a while back that there may be some changes and things with the Rey movie. Daisy Ridley herself even said before Steve Knight even got fired that expect some new news, some things are shaking up with the project. And then right after that happened, she said that, then Steve Knight got fired. So a lot of people were saying, okay, so this was the news. You lost your writer. Okay, this shit's just never going to happen.
Can I predict that the news is it'll be a TV show and not a movie? That's why they need a TV writer.
No. It gets more speculatory, if that's a word. She says in an interview that things are really moving along with the Rey movie, or with this one and the other ones. Now, she could have misspoke. I don't know. But she has been having meetings and things with, Disney and Lucasfilm and things like that. And so right now there is a working rumor out there that this may be a trilogy that they are trying to pull off. I know. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know. And I agree. I don't think it's going to happen. But I do believe that they are trying to do some type of Rey trilogy. And that just goes to the complete lack of reading the room on Kathleen Kennedy's part. I don't.
A trilogy?
A trilogy.
There's okay.
I'm telling you.
So
I agree. I don't think so. But
he already had not the sequel trilogy, but another 3 movies of Daisy Ridley's Rey. Come on, man. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to my heart?
I agree. And they said that, or what did she say? Yeah, no, it's just it's messy, and
good Lord,
I think that if they do this three trilogy thing, I don't know. Star Wars is so dead; it's not even
cooked.
Right.
It is. If this is even a topic of discussion, it is cooked.
It's
beyond
fantasy.
belief.
No, this is a what if. This is
it's got to be a what if, because what in the world?
I hope. I mean, because it doesn't make sense. It just, and something that Josh had said in when he was talking about the Rey movie on his live stream was, and he has said this before about Star Wars, and I completely agree.
Nerds.
Yeah, is that one thing that Lucasfilm, and that's a Kathleen thing, needs to stop doing is the pandering. And I'm sorry if you are one of the ones in here that feel this, are not going to like what I'm about to say, but I agree with Josh, and I've always agreed with him when he says this. Stop pandering to the female audience. The majority of your audience is male on the Star Wars side. I'm sorry, that's just what it is. It's just what it is. And right, shocking. And I've never been one to really join the testosterone conversation, like as far as like we need more testosterone in Star Wars, but where are the guys? Like, where are the men? Like, where are the we've now, not that I don't love Ahsoka, because I fucking love Ahsoka. She's one of my favorite characters, but we're following Daisy on another 3 movies that no one asked for, and we didn't ask for the first 3 movies with Daisy. And again, as I've said before, I'm sure if I had some tea and crumpets with Daisy, she is a lovely individual.
Tea and crumpets is egregious. That is egregious.
I'm sure
you need your hands thank that.
I'm sure she is a lovely individual, but I'm not here for her personality. I'm here because she is playing an awful Star Wars character.
Why hasn't Kathleen Kennedy gone to the Disney animation office and totally revamped Disney princesses already? Why isn't she reconstructing how people view Disney princesses? Cinderella, Snow White, Rapunzel, Sleeping Beauty. Go deconstruct their stories and tell it and make them girl bosses. That is something that might actually work over there. Go, and Lord knows they need it. Go do that. It's like there are places within this large umbrella for Kathleen Kennedy to let her woman flag fly. And she chose one of the most male-driven marketing machines that has existed since the 80s. And you chose it. Like, you accepted to be George's heir. Not that women don't have a place in Star Wars. I don't ever want to create that narrative.
No, not that.
That you know, that is just inherently misogynistic and women can't operate within the fan base or even the franchise because it's patently untrue. Right?
Bryce Dallas Howard directed one of the best episodes of fucking Mandalorian. So yeah,
she's very much a woman.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Not to mention the women's who's the women whose upon their backs Star Wars were built.
Carrie Fisher.
Shout out to Carrie Fisher. All right, let's not. Hell, Kathleen Kennedy does her own legacy a disservice. Kathleen Kennedy was in the room when these Star Wars projects were being created. She was there with Spielberg when he was making Jurassic Park 1.
E.T.
E.T. She has been in the room of some of the most magical cinematic moments. She devalues herself every time she gets up on stage and talks about how devalued women are in Hollywood. You are one of the old guard in Hollywood and you have ovaries. You are a woman. You are a woman. Sing your own praises at least. But it's always this, we gotta fight for the women because you know women don't get nothing here. They don't get anything. And if we don't do this for women, especially, then they'll never get another opportunity. And in retrospect, she's making it so people don't ever want to see a female-driven Star Wars project ever again.
In a way,
it's the most damning thing. It's crazy.
She is taking a page out of Lucas's book. She is playing the long game. She's Palpatine. She's playing the long game. She is. She's Palpatine. She's playing the long game. She is waiting and waiting and waiting. She's building in the shadows, behind, puppeteering, manipulating everything.
Okay.
Yeah. She's Palpatine. She took that literal.
She
watched
Palpatine.
Ian McDermott and said, "God damn it, that's the ticket."
She's Palpatine. Who was the South Park's episode against her? Well, put chicken or making gay.
That South Park episode with her is hilarious.
What's the Star Wars equivalent to that? Who was on to Palpatine? Fives, the clone. Fives.
Yeah.
Ricardo wanted to stop by and say that Agatha's finale was such a waste of my time.
Damn, I seen people hyping it up. Hold on.
Again, if you are not a Wiccan fan or a Wanda fan or where they're going, it's not gonna be your thing. It by no means was no WandaVision finale. I wouldn't even put it in my top favorite finales at all. But it just gave me Wiccan. That's it.
Sabine and Shin Hati, most fondly spoken of women in that universe these days. Best I can tell, she sleeps. Oh, those are like 3-letter Zs. Okay.
She sleep. Yeah, she sleep.
Yeah, I got it. I thought it was like a ribbon, but I had to enlarge it. That's that. What's the next topic on the docket?
What was next?
I think we covered them all. We did the Halloween costume thing, or before you came on, Marcus, we were talking about celebrities' costumes.
Gotcha.
Was there one you wanted to talk about, Marcus?
What were some of the ones I seen? I seen Sierra do Gorilla.
Huh.
I seen somebody do Natalie Nunn. It was hilarious. They like added an extra prosthetic on the end of their chin and
Oh, I
put some
saw
makeup.
that. I saw
That
that.
shit was crazy.
Let me go to Sierra. Well, I gotta play this actually.
Oh yeah, that's the Bebe's Kids live action short film that they're doing. That
I don't
that
know if
does
we
not.
need Baby Kids in
We don't.
2024. Not
We
in
don't, because
2024.
what they're doing with this is not like the movie. This is like some black struggle. Bills is due. Like the trailer for this is like, why the fuck are y'all doing this? And
Like Baby Kids was okay for its time, and I think people just took it for what it was. That movie was hilarious growing up, but just not in 2024. We got to move beyond Baby's Kids.
Yeah, short film is crazy.
Even Lord knows they still out there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Did you see? This is not Marvel or anything related. Okay. Did anybody watch Wizards of Waverly Place?
I know about it. Yeah.
Okay. So obviously Selena Gomez, David Henry, they all play on it. David Henry's character had a best friend on the show. Well, he does OnlyFans now. He's been doing OnlyFans for a while. So David Henry did a interview with the new cast, and on the little cue card they had, I guess all the cast had pictures of former cast members, and it said, if you could have any cameo, who would you want back? And David Henry was reading the names, and he stopped. He said, I can't believe you guys put this person on here. And we all knew immediately who he was talking about. So then I guess he blocked him on Twitter, blocked Danny on Twitter, the guy that played his best friend. So Danny had made a Twitter video with the green screen blocked picture behind it saying, oh, he blocked me. But somebody made a very good point under that. Brother, people know you do OnlyFans and post your videos all over Twitter. Because people are people, they are going to tag David in certain things. You know, Disney can't have that. Disney can't have that. Like we can't have you. So that was a very good point made. I was like, oh yeah, that probably is why brother blocked you. But not only that, David Henry is a huge conservative and not for any of that shit.
Yo, Raymond, hold on. Yeah, no, I was a grown ass man.
No, he wants that secret information. He wants that private information about us. We don't give him any of that.
Hey, but he giving it out to us, man.
Wait, what did he say?
No, I'll just no.
We're not that young, so
nah.
And then I'm supposed to say, no, I did watch it because I was this old and I was that like. No, don't fish, Raymond. Don't fish. We're not giving you that.
I'm that young to be able to know Bebe's Kids.
No. Wizards of Waverly Place. We all young enough to know Baby's Kids.
Oh.
Wizards of Waverly Place. That was
okay.
What, 2010, 2012? I wasn't grown, but I was
Selena Gomez looks so different though, and I can't get over that. And you know it's surgeries, and you know
it's the surgeries. And
is it surgeries? I thought she was
bro.
sick. I thought she had an illness that makes her puffy like that.
Oh. There's
I thought it wasn't
like that. Okay.
I thought it was an illness that made her puffy like that. I thought that she had said that she was going through some. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat.
Is it alcoholism? Because that'll puff you up. That'll definitely puff you up.
Now I have to look it up. I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness. Fever. Okay, nope. I'm taking that back right now because Stamina says she has lupus. So
okay, that's what it is. I thought she had a sickness.
I feel totally bad now. So then it's just we just gotta love her for.
Okay. Taking it back.
Yeah, I thought she had. I thought so. I wasn't sure if she was really, because I remember she did like a whole big podcast interview talking about it. She broke down and everything.
I used to love Chris Jericho, whoever a JW. Break the walls down. Like Y2K.
He's in his final years now. Fans aren't liking him.
No, is he?
Because he's out of shape. He's taking TV time from people who deserve it. He's just obnoxious.
Gotcha.
But he has done some stuff in his older age. The last 5 years.
Cornelius can take whatever that is and shove that somewhere. No, sir. Not I.
No, see, that's the game, though. Let's see how old he is. If I say
that, go ahead, play the game.
You know,
I am newly in my in that game.
Jericho wide back. Why has everybody got biracial kids right now? Y'all seen the Wizards? Yeah, and I have to Google.
I haven't watched it, but why are their kids
But it's
black?
not her kid. It's just a friend of her.
Oh, don't let me start you down the rabbit hole.
It's not her kid. They
Don't
didn't
let
say
me start you down the rabbit hole. Oh no, that's not what I mean. I'm not talking about Wizard of Waverly. But everybody was asking like, why are all the TV shows they have biracial kids now? You want to go down the rabbit hole even deeper? Start paying attention to your commercials, right? If you have a significant other, if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend, wife, husband, whatever, right? Pay attention and see that the couples that they put together, and see how many times you can find a black man and a black woman in a commercial together. I think it was what was it? It was either Reese's Puffs or Frosted Flakes commercial. One of the Kellogg's commercials the other day, and they find it was Eggo. It was Eggo. It wasn't even cereal. It was Eggo. They had a black dad and black woman. Now, what we usually do here is I take points, right? And when I find one, I get a point. And then when my wife find one where it's a mixed couple, it's like black and white, black and Asian, or whatever, she get a point. I get my ass kicked. But that Eggo commercial, I got one. I scored. I won that night. So shout out to Eggo.
Yeah, no, it's not a. It's very true. It's a lot of very biracial, very.
It's like they can only see us in relationships if we're offset by someone else, because then we're safe.
Yeah. But see, we had this conversation too. We don't see the nuclear black families even in TV shows anymore, so.
No, but would Disney do that? Because they did Raven's Home and they rebooted, and we all know her and Devon.
They had a nuclear family. Yeah. No, it wasn't.
But that's because Raven Simone.
Was she back?
Oh wait, you're right. Raven returned, but the father of the kids wasn't there. Huh?
Wasn't there.
No. But Raven also went into Disney on the Raven's Home and had demands on certain things that she didn't want them to do.
I heard about how they wanted a character. Oh, look, you're a lesbian, Raven. Like Raven Simone.
And she rebuffed
said, no.
Yeah,
Baxter is someone who's always been straight, and we're not going to change that.
Exactly. Yeah, and I like.
I mean, that's the character, right? Like that's what even though she is very vehement about what her sexuality is, and
not really, because we all
know.
No, because back in the days, Orlando bopped her.
Oh, back in the day. No,
he's very clear.
Did you watch his most recent interview with
brother?
When I tell you I watched that on the treadmill, that is the most chaotic, ridiculous, why interview. Ray J's presence amplified the why. I just the whole thing. I was like, funny Marco though will never not be funny. That nigga's facial expressions, like the shit that he did during that interview, funny. Orlando needs to seek serious help, and for all the people that are in the comments, like in the videos that are always like, "Oh, y'all ain't woke enough for Orlando. Y'all ain't hearing what he's saying. This brother's more." No, this brother needs help. This brother needs help.
I see all of that Jaguar right. Hold on, no, let it go.
And I gave her some. I do, yeah.
He said, "I do."
What do you mean by that?
That nigga said, "I do."
Oh man, the dope is strong.
Oh shit!
I did see a clip where he was talking about Bow Wow, and he was like,
"Oh yeah."
He kept talking about like, yeah, and I took that, and Marco was like, "You a lie." I talked to Shamrock. He said, "Oh, never been in a room together." He said, "But I took that pussy."
Then he stood up on the chair and demonstrated. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
But look,
it wouldn't let it go either.
No,
he got started early. He was on Family Matters before anything.
Yeah,
he was on. Yeah, and he was on. He was on Family Matters. He was on Full House as one of Michelle's friends.
Orlando Brown was
on Sister
renowned child actor. He was very good.
And he did a voice on Fillmore also. So this guy's just never had that normal childhood.
Major
That's
Pain.
what happens to you.
Oh yeah,
Major Pain. Yeah, no. Orlando Brown was. Yeah, he was.
He was out for a
Yeah,
while.
he had a lot. I don't know why I only went to Family Matters.
But I was gonna say
Darius looks like Richie. That's why.
I haven't heard too many of our Jaguar right people waving that flag too much.
Like after the Pierce Morgan.
She got that, and then all of a sudden, now she's being treated as a conspiracy theorist. Y'all should have just got that lady healthy in the first place if you ever got a damn with her, and maybe you would have got some actual information to go forth with. But instead, you made a fool out of her. You dragged her all up and down your platforms for dollars. She made the mistake of going on Pierce Morgan because it was out of her sphere. It was too big, right? And it had too much scrutiny on it for her to be saying what she said on there without any type of evidence. And so I definitely blame the internet for that one, just like I blame at least half of what's happening to Dirk on the internet. But that's another. I guess
I redirect to Wizards of Waverly Place. They had a podcast, and they might still have it. They may still have it. The podcast about that show, and it sparked like some fan interest.
Yeah.
Ned's Declassified guy. They also have a little podcast.
Yes, I like their show. I like their podcast.
And so, with that, with enough time passing for the actors to be old enough to have kids of their own, it feels like their cinematic universe is continuing, or the franchise, I should say. It doesn't have to be cinematic. But no, actually it is. I remember Zach and Cody had Raven visit the hotel one time, and they're part of the same world. They are. So it is a cinematic.
That was the whole Hannah Montana was there. That was a whole crossover episode. That was the original multiverse saga. That was the original multiverse saga. And you can even take it back to like
don't do Forever Red season 10. Power Rangers had it.
Man, Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner had it too, because the Jimmy Power Hour that was epic.
That was
when Timmy and Jimmy
thing though.
They switched place.
They switched universes. Doesn't count. Nah, it doesn't count.
That was a great one.
It doesn't count. But Wizards of Waverly Place, they've got their jobs back because they did that. I remember Everybody Hates Chris is returning in a different format. Like
it's on the cartoon form. Yeah, it's on Netflix, I believe.
iCarly is another one that they had people return to. So don't forget the power of original franchises and their returnability as well. When we're looking to get, and we're angry at Wonder Man, we're looking like at what happened with Wizards of Waverly Place. It was popular. People were still talking about it. And the studio went, let's relaunch this character, or reintroduce the character, a little bit older, but make everyone fall in love with it. We can do this. Like Blade and what Wesley Snipes did in 97. What he did, he got the franchise going. He did a sequel, he did a trilogy. Next comes the new actor. That's just normal, except they're not giving you that. They'll give you a Wonder Man. They'll give you a race swapped what's her name from Thor? Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie. They'll give you a version of. They'll cast black actors here and there, like Idris Elba's character. Like they
is the Valkyrie not black?
Hey, we can see your screen at the bottom. The little Beau DeMayo, eh? Is that what it is?
Yes, I'm laughing at Beau. Why the fuck did this nigga post this? I'm sharing it. Hold on. Oh, that's how. Okay, so this picture, before I share it, confirms when I first saw this image of Magneto. I said, "Is this Beau? Did he do this first?"
I bet it's an old photo too. Pay attention to his hair length. It's not like what it was yesterday. Boy. Nah, that's an attention.
It confirms when I saw that episode. I said, me and Q looked at each other and said, "Is this nigga like? Did he do this?" And he did. God. Oh, that is funny. I was just scrolling through my timeline and that shit just popped up. There's Beau. Is this the shit that's going on his OnlyFans when y'all go to the Q&As?
Who is y'all?
For those tuning into the Q&As.
Y'all.
Oh, God. Somebody said, is this the photo that the article was talking about? How you send to...
Hey, I'm not going to lie to you. If I get this on my cell phone and we work together, but hey, come see me, man. Come see me. Like this is egregious. Don't
The
put this
fact
on
that
my phone.
somebody asked him that. Is this the photos you were
Use this
sending?
as inspiration when you draw. No, I absolutely put some pants on.
Oh God. Okay,
Why
that's
didn't
funny.
he expect that reaction? Why do like you're Beau DeMayo? You're known for a thing. It's very hard to defend. This guy is.
I don't know.
Like, what is this? What you was sending your team?
That is such a fucking question.
He took 2 hours because they wrote that at 13 hours ago, and he wrote his 11 hours ago. He took 2 hours to respond to that, like it wasn't gonna come. False, never happened.
That shit is funny.
Oh my god.
He has that helmet I want though. I want that helmet. That's that.
Not come see me. All right, bro.
Listen,
all right, Raymond. Don't play with me.
It shows how much knee pad, because I watch a lot of wrestling. It shows how knee pads like really change the game because every wrestler is wearing those Speedos.
This is insane. Don't put this shit on my phone. Don't.
You're being sexualized. You're mad about it. You're upset that they're talking about you at work, to you in your face at work about your body, and you're this and that.
And you sending this?
And you're
I wanted to be on the train. I wanted to be, I wanted to be pro workers' rights with him, but you can't, fam. This is like this one step away from, an advance.
Yeah, I'm not watching this. Watching Darius scroll down and going, I wonder why they just didn't want to keep him around in the studio. What was it that made him the first writer to be taken off of Blade? What did he do wrong? Why can't they tolerate this man? What's Beau's wrestling name? Shut up.
Jesus.
Oh, it's funny. It's funny. They used practical effects on Aubrey Plaza's death look. I didn't know that. I thought that was CGI. It sure didn't look practical in the show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it did not look practical in the show.
She looks like skeleton Goofy.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I didn't
Why
love
is her mouth protruding like that. That
because they didn't make her whole face death. That's the one thing I really didn't like. I was like, damn, why is she not fully a skeleton? Like
full
in
death face.
Yeah, like full death face. But the I didn't know it was practical. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad.
Next up.
The pro workers' right train, Cornelius. I said that. You just trying to put me in some shit now.
Did we want to see what the
Slate? We mentioned that there is no X-Men 97 coming in 2025, and Disney Plus was talking about their 2025. They're rewriting that show.
Likely.
Yeah,
he said
anything to keep you having an executive producer credit.
Do we want to see the DC's film and TV? I guess timeline is what you could call this. There's no really
Peacemaker, Amanda Waller, and Lanterns.
Yeah. They got Paradise Lost as well, Blue Beetle, Creatures Commandos, Booster Gold. Those are TV shows. Films are Superman, Supergirl, The Authority, The Brave and the Bold, Swamp Thing, Teen Titans, and Deathstroke. Deathstroke's getting a film. And then unclear Elseworld films are Batman 2, Batman 3, an untitled Batman Saga series, Justice
Matt
League.
Reeves as Robins. Oh, so yeah, keep going. Sorry.
Jurassic League. Sorry. Yeah, Jurassic League.
What is Jurassic League?
I'm not sure, but the Jurassic League logo is outlined with a pterodactyl. So I don't know what James is doing. Constantine 2.
I'm in.
And then the dynamic duo animated Robin series.
Yeah, no, I don't care about anything else. I'm in for Constantine 2.
Yeah, I'm in for Constantine 2.
Done deal. Take my money. I'll be there.
In for Constantine 2. This is what Exile Scooper said about Wonder Man. He said, hold on, because he had two parts up, I guess. Here's the first part, I think.
He said, F this temporary representation. We got to be against it.
Here it is.
Exile Scooper? He absolutely did not say that.
Main plot is about a stuntman and inspiring actor played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen who gets superpowers while filming Wonder Man in an in-universe superhero film franchise. Studio execs cast him as Wonder Man, but force him to become Wonder Man in real life to promote the film. He hates it at first, but ends up becoming a proper superhero. Why is this like so Marvel-coded formula? By the end, it sets up Wonder Man to become one of the strongest Avengers, even stronger than Captain Marvel. Whoa. He was originally going to be very important in Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. I assume this still would be the case in Avengers.
Not a male Mary Sue. Not you got your powers on an acting set. You're going to complete your arc and be stronger than Captain Marvel. Now, we haven't seen nothing like this before now. Now they took our cries about female Mary Sue characters and said, you know what we're going to do? I got it. No more will we have a female character that doesn't struggle at all and just walks into her peak. We're not going to do that anymore. That's a bad formula. We're going to let the man do it.
A male? You sure?
Let the man do it. Boom.
Marcus, no.
No struggle at all for the man. That's what they want. That's what they want. You telling me that within a season of this fuck ass show, he's supposed to be more powerful than the most powerful Avenger that we've had for the last 2 or 3 phases? Cool. It is the plate of dog shit that I thought it was, and I'm embarrassed for Yaya.
Who is this little Chinese man? Not to change the subject, I'm sorry. Who's this little Chinese man playing for Memphis?
The Chinese man playing for Memphis? Not sure.
You don't have me butcher this.
Oh, that's
name.
funny because I was looking basketball. I was looking at basketball too. Do you know the name of this guy?
I do not.
He's a coach.
Oh,
it rhymes with Mary Sue.
Larry Lou. Who is he coach for?
Larry Drew.
Larry Drew. God damn it.
What I was trying to do was like look up that but you changed the subject too quickly. Who does he coach for? Shit.
Does he coach anymore? Is Larry Drew still coach?
Nah, I think he was on Milwaukee.
I don't know that man.
Nah, he's not coaching no more. He's not. He's 66. Probably retiring.
Yeah, he's definitely retiring.
Oh, Clippers assistant.
Jaden Smith with some profoundness today said delete your Instagram off your phone and then delete your Twitter.
I could do Instagram, no question. I feel like Twitter is probably one of the last places that you can get. Well, it used to be the last place you can get some unbiased news, but goddamn Elon, boy, it's getting worse and worse. I'm seeing worse and worse content. I keep trying to block shit, and the more I block shit, it gets worse on the accounts that they suggest.
Maybe because before you click on it to block it, you're clicking on it, and they're saying, "Oh, you want more of that? Got it."
Well, I mean, it's an app that's built on scrolling. It shouldn't account for that much, but it does. So,
good night.
Adios, show.
Jaden needs to go find a talent.
It's crazy.
Sure.
I didn't think Jaden was a bad actor. I think he had some poor role choices, around his dad.
That After Earth, oof.
Yeah, After Earth wasn't it, but I didn't think he was a terrible actor. I thought he was okay in Karate Kid. It's bonkers to me that Jackie Chan is going to be in this new Karate Kid movie, and like there's going to be no mention of the kid that actually connects him to the story. That shit is going to be crazy. But
yeah.
What was that? What are you watching?
It's this deal that somebody made. It's a TikTok deal that somebody made because they made this after the rumor came out that in the Scarlet Witch film, and I don't believe this. I don't know. Who knows? It's so far away. Jean Grey is supposed to make her debut in the Scarlet Witch film, so somebody made this.
Dog, fans go crazy. Like even Star Wars Theory, he's gonna do a fan Vader episode 2. He's gonna go crazy with it. They don't deserve it.
Yeah, he's still working on that. That's crazy though, because that first episode came out in what? That just shows you how long without a studio backing you. Obviously, how long that first episode. That was what 2018, 16. That was a long time ago. I forgot about the Vader thing. Yeah, but he's doing episode 2, and it's costing him well over $1 million. He said.
All I think about is what we could be doing with that money. Like, because there's nothing long term in it. He's not going to be able to monetize it. We're not like, what are we going to get? More Star Wars? Will Lucasfilm say we're going to canonize your stuff? It's all for nothing. I didn't think it would be that funny, but I like knowing things have long term. Me supporting it, me watching the video gives it ad revenue, which means he'll take the money to do black. It's just $1 million down the hole, and I can be entertained by a whole lot of other things too for 15 minutes. It's I don't know.
Yeah,
it was truly a fan enterprise, right? Like that's. I don't think he's ever sold it as anything other than that. So.
I will tell you this, Marcus. I didn't go. I watched it here at home. I watched Venom. Oh my God.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh no. My gosh, was this film just so bad. Man, it was bad.
Okay, so better or worse than Joker?
Damn. I would say probably Joker might just be better just because Venom does some stupid shit.
Like, is it still more like canon breaking things? Like I understand there's going to be some things in there that probably don't make sense in terms of feats. Is it more canon breaking? Is that where we are in for in Venom?
It's just honestly like why was this movie made? Because I don't know why Noel's in it. It's really more so just like Venom doing random stupid shit for 2 hours or an hour. Like the casino.
I hear in the casino he meets his Mrs. Chen. Now he knows if he transforms into Venom, they'll be able to find him. But he dances with Miss Chen, and she's transformed, knowing that they're gonna find him.
They come and find him, and it's just like, it's more Sony. Like, I don't understand what you're doing. But you know what? I checked out so long ago. I don't care anymore. I'm just like, I watched Venom because we were sitting at home. It was on my website. It had a very clear picture. I was like, let's check this out. I was on this majority of the time. They open with Noel. It opens with Noel, and it's very messy. Like, it's just messy. Like, I feel like that whole opening, they like the day before the film came out, they wrote that. They wrote that and said, put this in. It's so like, yeah. Noel is literally like this the whole movie. You don't see his face. He's bound to the necrosword, and he's looking down the whole movie, talking. He says a few lines. In the very beginning, he says a few lines. Then it's just explaining why he's in the predicament he's in. And it's like, you think that, okay, cool, this is about to open a catalyst, and no.
I didn't even understand how they were going to concoct a story without Dylan Brock. But anyways,
just wait for the Sinister Six to give Null a piece of what
he's I'm sure that's when it's gonna come. But some more Venom nonsense, I guess, is not all that surprising.
It's the lowest right now of the of its franchise.
Venom is not a big hit domestically, but internationally it's doing just fine.
Yeah, internationally it's doing well.
But that's not what we're supposed to see. We're not supposed to see 66% of your films is getting that international.
Yeah, no.
It's usually half. So this just shows you how much we've all checked out. We don't care.
Yeah.
They don't make it just for us.
And you know what really made me mad? The post-credit scenes were not on the whoever recorded that dumbass didn't stay to the post-credit scenes, but I had to look them up on YouTube. I would bypass this entire thing if you haven't seen it. If anyone in the audience or YouTube haven't, I'd bypass it. It's not worth it. There's nothing. You don't have to see this. You don't have to see it. Now, if you like Venom and you like Tom Hardy and already, then you're gonna have a great time.
That was good.
That was good.
You are gonna have a great time because it just was not that fun for me.
Can we talk about the post credit because it really doesn't matter?
Oh yeah, we can. There's a post credit that because Venom seemingly dies in the movie. Of course, he's not. And then a piece of him is in a different universe.
We're doing this again.
Yeah. The post credit scene, that was the mid credit scene. The post credit scene is null because obviously Venom dies and the codex is broken, which frees Null. And he finally looks up. And when I tell you that he looked like a PS1 video game villain, like when, like the VFX were terrible when he looked up. And then when he looked up, he was like it was, the slow camera panning to him. He's like, I'm free, and now I'm coming for your world.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Way too late. It was very sarcastic. Way too late.
I'm coming for your world and all this shit, and it's just like, who are you though? If you're not someone who knows who Noel is, that did not make you say, "Oh my God, Venom's in trouble." That was more like, who are you? Like, what are you doing?
He's the guy with the hair who's looking down. It's him.
Yeah.
It's Null.
Yeah. And this Null is not the Null. They've already clarified this is not the Null that cut off the Nowhere's head in the MCU. But why would you not connect that?
Interested? Whoa.
Yeah, like why would you not? Thank you. I'm telling you. Why would you not make that connection? It's just like so stupid.
I hate these people. What are we doing? Oh my
so
God.
stupid. So dumb.
Whose decision was that? Was that like let's brainstorm for a second. Whose decision was that? Was that Pascal or Pascal? Excuse me, not Pascal. Pascal or Feige?
Could have been Feige not wanting.
Whose office is that? Because I can see Kevin being like, no, you don't get.
We don't want to. Yeah.
But then I also can see Amy being like, no, we're not going to say that he has anything to do with it. If he interacts with the MCU, it'll be at our behest. It'll be at our demand.
Yeah. Probably so.
Jesus. Oh my God. What a terrible decision. Yeah,
there's
some built-in lore in the more popular universe over there, but it has absolutely nothing to do with our character, okay?
That's what. And I'm like, so when they said that, I was like, so someone over at either Sony or either at Marvel doesn't understand this character because there aren't two Knowles. He's not a character where there's a multiversal version of him. There's not a multiversal Knoll. There's only one Knoll.
He's the Nexus being. There's only one him. Only one him.
So I'm like, so when they said that that's not the Knoll, it's different. Like he didn't do. I'm like, so you're trying to say Knoll from 616 did? Because there's no Knoll from 616. So the only one Knoll. Yeah, they don't know, and that's why I just want Sony to just stop.
Just disband your studio.
The Nicolas Cage stuff didn't look bad.
The Spider-Man Noir stuff.
The videos that the behind the scenes stuff, that didn't look bad. I think I have a picture of it. They actually got the eyes right. Like as far as like how it looks on Peter or whoever he's Peter, just not
Parker.
Yeah. This right here, this looks dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, remember what I said about Blade? Mahershala Ali doesn't need to do the stunts because he's wearing a coat and you don't even tell it's him. Same thing right here. That's not really Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. So they've got a lot of stuff but I'll do a closer picture of his eyes. Looks good.
Yeah.
Looks good. This one, Sony, I'll check out. I'll check it out. I hope that you do it justice. So we'll see. I don't think there's anything else coming from anybody else, though. I mean, the Dune Prophecy deal, if anybody's into that trailer looked interesting. Yeah, that looks great.
Dune Prophecy.
I'm into something that I saw is getting announced from, who was it? Peter Ramsey was behind it. What was it? Hatoru. It's like a, 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 black Japanese World War II story. It's an anime.
It's animated.
Yeah, animated 2D.
Is the it's 2D.
Nice.
I still have the tab open. I'll show you.
Yeah, let me see.
Variety did an article on it. I mean, I don't want to get too deep into it. I'm sure we all want to go to sleep. It's really late.
I haven't watched the Penguin yet, and I don't because I see everybody's talking about the Penguin. A lot of people always talk
You're doing yourself a disservice. First of all,
Really?
watching Agatha and haven't even turned on the Penguin. What is your palate doing, dog?
Bro, I told y'all my Agatha watch was for other reasons.
Yeah, but again, why haven't you cleansed your palate with something superior?
I know. Everybody keeps asking me why haven't I watched the Penguin. I guess maybe my biggest thing. I don't know. I'll watch it. I am so boycotting franchise main character not being in shit. Like if Bruce was in it and he was just Bruce, I'd been like,
dog, it works. It works. Put that out of your mind. Just go with it because it works.
I have to check it out.
Not in general. I agree with you in general. For this project, it absolutely works.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
And I think before we're done, they will serve that master in some kind of way. They have to. They just have to make it make sense. It would be irresponsible not to. So by the time we're done with it, in some way, shape, or form, they will serve that crowd that's been asking for it.
I hope so. Jeff Snyder said that he's in it. He said he's going to show not as Bats, but he's going to show up as Bruce.
We'll see.
It's the Afro Samurai creator and the guy who directed one of the directors of Into the Spider-Verse. They're going to link up with Enlight Media from Lagos, Nigeria. They're going to do something called Ripper, a noir thriller, and then they're going to do a sci-fi adventure series, Hotaru. So we're years away from coming. There's no trailer to show you. There's just this artwork, which is of Hotaru, rather. A little Japanese woman.
That looks good, though.
Yeah, sure. I'm amped for it. And they're not going to be no stupid tropes from the West that they're going to add onto it.
Yeah, that looks good. No, Critical Mass Wanda is not in Agatha, but it is the implications. Agatha, for those of that did not watch Agatha, I'm doing just regular. Agatha
All right.
It's not about Agatha. It's about Wanda. It's about her children. It's about WandaVision. It's a spinoff of a spinoff of a spinoff. It has nothing to do with, it has shit to do with Agatha, sure. It's her name. But it takes you nothing to Agatha. It's Wanda, Vision, Wiccan. They literally ended the show. They literally ended the show with "Let's go find Tom."
We got to end this show.
So it is. It's not an Agatha show. It is a Wanda Vision show.
Subscribe to Chillmonger. Thanks for all for coming. I'm streaming this on my channel also. If you're new, you're like, what is this guy doing? Does he do this with Marcus and does he do this with Darius all the time? Yes, I do every single week. Check us out on Pantheon.
Oh, catch me on Back of the Bus. I will be streaming.
It's not an Agatha show. Stop calling it an Agatha show. It's not a fucking Agatha show. God damn it.
Hey, you, I'm out. Follow me at Back of the Bus. We're out of here, Darius.
I have to go to bed now. Y'all are pissing me off. I didn't even bring out the wand because I hex all y'all. Avada Kedavra for anybody calling it Agatha show.
Avada Kedavra.
Hey, I've been watching y'all every single time on Thursday and Friday because I swear to God, y'all switch up every now and then. But rock out. I'm fucking with it. I'm out.
Thank you, Josh.
Appreciate it.
All right, dog.